Okay, welcome to Faggots. Welcome back, we should say.
Yeah, you're back. Oh yeah, you got.
It's good to be back.
And we apologize to Mr. 40 Hands here, and also Sagar, who's gonna be like, wait, they haven't been on before. The video file was ruined somehow.
Oh yeah.
We still don't know what happened, but it was one of those terrible things.
SD cards corrupt sometimes, and it's a tragedy.
Yeah.
And we didn't back it up. I lost an entire pedophile catch because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Caught the guy, met him at a Walmart, did the game show, interviewed him, talked to him for about an hour.
Convinced him to shoot himself.
Yeah, and the SD card corrupted, and the evidence never got turned over to the police. No, we turned over the evidence that he had committed the crime, but we weren't able to turn any content out of it, which was a damn shame.
Fascist.
That's the whole reason you're in the game, dude.
Mm-hmm.
No content.
Right. You know, a lot of people won't even put out the pod. They're just clip farming these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We don't even release the pod to begin with.
Yeah, they just
Our
find
pod
the
that we
good
do.
parts
Yeah.
and they spend all day making clips, which is by far the worst part of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Listening
Making
back
clips.
to yourself and making clips. Can't stand it.
Yeah, we haven't gotten past that part
Yeah.
of listening back to ourselves.
The best
I mean,
part
I
is smoking a cigarette before. That's personally what I like the best. Just put that thing on the whatever.
But no, Colin, for having us back on again, I actually have something for you.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you got?
so about a month ago, I was at a vintage expo or whatever, and one of the vendors had a whole big thing of buttons. And you could go through, and I found the best button of all time.
Oh.
And I just realized that of all people, sorry, I'm like shaking because of how heavy the beer is.
Yeah.
Of all people would want this button, it would definitely be Colin, because I can't have it or wear it ever, and you'll see why. Luke, could you please reach into my breast pocket? Yeah,
I got a
Sorry, should have the 40 hand line.
I'm gonna throw it on
That's
this
all right.
hat probably.
I think you're gonna enjoy this.
Cover ups. Oh my
What
god.
do we got?
25 years, the dream is real. And it's Israel.
Real
Israel.
in parentheses,
Yeah.
that's the bit now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I thought,
That's great,
Here,
dude.
let me take a look.
Hang on, I'm gonna put it on
Oh,
this.
that's perfect. Yeah, on your fishing hat, your lucky hat.
We got it.
Liam's been so excited to give
Fuck,
that to
dude,
you.
that rules. Thank
I
you
have
so
been-
much.
I was
That's sick.
Oh, wow.
on like top of the pile there too. It was
Damn.
it was nuts.
That's cool.
They were giving me like weird looks when I was buying them. Like, this is your button.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
you
the
don't
one
want-
selling it. What the hell?
They're like, you want it back for us? Like, well, I'm certainly not wearing it. I'll tell you that much.
Wow. And every open mic comedian right now that's doing this as a bit, Israel, you're a hack and you should
Yeah.
die.
It's a button from 70 years ago.
Yeah. You're too late.
It's like, yeah, the borders. Those aren't their current borders anymore.
Yeah,
It's
because
nuts.
they've overthrown every nation near them.
They actually lost all that land.
Yeah, I
on the
know.
border. That's the crazy part.
To whom?
They had to give it back.
To
Like
to
the-
Palestine.
To me,
No, to the Egyptians.
Dude, I was watching this. I watch a lot of old movies, and I was watching this one about World War II, and it was about like all these. It was after World War II was over, but these people were in Europe, like finding all these like children who had been orphaned by the war, and a lot of them were Jews, and they had like thousands of these Jewish children with no parents, and at the end of the movie, they were like, "All right, now it's time to get on the bus and go to Palestine, where you can have it. All your dreams are gonna come true." And the kids are like, singing Jewish songs or whatever. It was great. I was like, "Holy shit!"
yeah, Yiddish.
They all say Yiddish songs
It's just
to
the
Palestine.
dreidel song. The whole fucking
yeah, they're on the bus like dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
It's like, what's that? A 12-hour bus drive.
Yeah,
How much would you need,
99 bottles of what do they drink?
I think wine is the only like religious drink Jews do,
Oh yeah,
but not the same with Christians do.
yeah. They drink a lot of wine in that Old Testament. They love wine.
no. The only religious drink that Jews have is the blood of the innocent.
So you beat me to it. I was
Yeah,
like, wait
the
a
blood
minute.
of Christ.
yeah.
They should be drinking that at church, not Christians.
Yeah. This is the body of Christ and this is the blood of Christ. And Jews are just like chugging.
They're eating an actual man, pretending he'll become Jesus as you eat him.
Yeah.
Our digestive tract is the cross.
Yeah. Now, you two must be aware it's official doctrine, if you read all the literature, that Christ right now is boiling in a big pot of shit for what he did.
Per the Talmud.
The Talmud. Oh, I'm not
Talmud.
terribly up to date on the Talmud now.
Oh, you gotta
Up
read.
to date.
Yeah, it's.
What do you mean up to date?
Just that last patch. Of my
Yeah,
I've been off since.
Yeah,
I
you're still
skimmed-
working on the
I
Rosetta
skimmed-
Stone over here.
Yeah, we skimmed that. I don't speak Yiddish, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're still getting through Hammurabi's code or whatever. The
Yeah,
hell.
no, I'm catching up, man. No, it's gonna take me a minute.
Yeah.
Mesopotamian shit.
Gotta figure out why that dog found it so funny to be in that brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys didn't get that. Sorry.
You guys ever read the Epic of Gilgamesh?
I had, yeah. For
Dude,
class.
that's a good one. That guy fucked. That's all he did.
It was crazy.
Fighting
no.
and fucking. It's like the movie 300,
that
basically.
and him and his buddy just want to fuck the whole time, but don't.
Yeah.
That's
oh
nuts.
yeah, that too. It's very homoerotic,
Paid
which
got
I
a college
appreciate.
degree to read like ancient homoerotica for like a semester. Is
Yeah.
nuts.
You read Diary of Anne Frank?
No.
No?
Never had to read that one.
Diarrhea of Anne Frank.
Diarrhea of Anne Frank. Yeah. Yeah.
That's what Jesus is in right now.
Yeah, she ate like some Mexican food or something, like Taco Bell. Anne Frank ate Taco Bell and just
Yeah,
like
chicks
fucking
love Taco Bell. We
wrote a
know
whole
that.
book about her
Yeah.
diarrhea. It's crazy.
They found, at
Yes,
the
she
same time, they
did.
found the diary, but like we can't publish this yet.
Yeah.
Now the diary.
Yeah, the diary was
not-
written in ballpoint pen,
Yeah.
which didn't exist when Anne Frank was alive. So a lot of people think that, and there's an author from the area who claimed that he wrote it, and a lot of people say that her dad wrote it. Which, if her dad wrote,
That's weird.
that's weird,
Yeah.
dude. That's so weird because there's like, it's like a coming of age sexual experience in the Holocaust, and it's like, why are you writing about your daughter kissing boys and stuff like that? It's so fucking. What the hell's wrong with you?
Someone should turn that into a manga.
Yeah, yeah. So you can watch it nonstop or read it nonstop.
Yeah.
Yep, the Diary of Anne Frank. And the plug-in of that hole.
I mean, Luke, there's an Anne Frank property that you're actually quite keen on lately.
I was just about to say, have you guys heard of Slam Frank on Instagram? This is an instant follow.
What?
It's like the whole premise is that the story of Anne Frank has been very like white centric.
Yeah.
And so like to be like ability for to have excuse my French. Like they wanted the author of this musical wants to diversify the story of Anne Frank.
Ah.
Okay.
So it's Anne Frank is played
Yeah,
by
she in that attic for real though.
no, she's the Anne Frank is played by a Hispanic lesbian.
Really?
And they just got the show, like they have 6 shows in New York City lined up. It's been like 2 years.
This is like live theater.
It's a live, yeah, it's an actual musical.
Oh, it's like
kind of like Hamilton-esque.
Yeah.
And like Anne Frank in the Holocaust. I'm surprised you guys haven't heard about
I have,
No.
and we need to stop talking because I want to say like 10 jokes that I know I can't on even on YouTube. So yeah, dude.
Dude, you have
I'm
the
doing my
Slam
breathing
Frank.
exercises. Yeah.
Yeah. Some of the
Don't
songs.
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
The rain in Spain is mainly in the plains.
This is an account you follow on Instagram.
Yeah, Slam Frank the musical.
And they show scenes from it or something.
Yeah, they've done auditions. I followed it for years. Like I think
Wow.
at least 2 years at this point.
They call it Slam Frank,
Yes, Slam Frank.
as in slam poetry.
Like I assume so. I can
Wow.
only
I don't
assume.
really. It doesn't really make any sense because it's not like
That's
it's a
fucked.
play.
And it takes place where?
in the Holocaust.
It's Anne
Germ-
Frank. It is,
like
yeah.
it's the story of Anne
it's diary of
Frank,
Anne
but
Frank,
she is
Oh
a
my
Hispanic
God.
lesbian.
Yeah, it's nuts. It's funny.
Anne
as shit.
Frank never got to come out of the closet. Our musical asks, what if she had? Oh, that's a Phil Collins song. How many of the 6 million never experienced the joy of gender euphoria?
Yo. Anne Francis.
Probably all of them.
Gender dysphoria.
Probably all 400,000 of them.
Yeah. Wow.
How many never experienced positive affirmation? Wow, dude.
Have you? Yeah, I'm surprised you guys have never heard about this.
This is evil. It's like we're going to just take whatever shit we believe and make it about Anne Frank.
Yeah.
No, I think it's an incredible
I think
project. I think it's the next Hamilton. If I was in New York City right now and had the opportunity to go see that musical, I hate musicals.
Yeah.
This one would be great.
I saw the Book of Mormon.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I saw
yeah.
that, I think it would rival that musical.
This guy's in a
And
sombrero.
what, okay, so you have a Mexican lesbian.
It's a Hispanic lesbian Anne Frank.
And then what's the dad? What's the rest of them?
That's the thing. The musical has never. It's been years in the making.
Oh my God.
The creator of it has been teasing it online, and some people think it's a troll.
I mean,
But at this point,
it does kind of
it's-
look like a
like
troll.
I thought for a year it was probably a troll, but now he's got actors and actresses,
Yeah,
oh my
has
God.
shows
Yeah.
on. I don't think Broadway, but somewhere in New York City. Like
Yeah.
this is a real musical.
well, that's the nuts
now.
part is they're doing it in New York of all fucking places to do. Slam Frank, the DEI version of Anne
Yeah.
Frank's diary. In this political climate in New York City, like they're gonna get firebombed.
Dude, they getting that State Department money too,
Oh
I bet.
yeah.
Yeah, there's like a.
Oh, dude, this
Wow.
chick's in a burqa,
Yeah,
and this
no.
one's Latinx.
Oh my God.
What if Anne Frank was Latinx instead of a dirty Jew?
in a burqa?
Yeah, dude, they are really cooking here.
It's nuts.
Yeah, I think one of the people in the attic are in a burqa
Wow,
that's
man.
from
Yeah.
the scenes.
Well, I think that's her grandmother, maybe. I don't know.
I have no idea.
don't know
It's
that
an
clip.
incredible Instagram follow. I can't
Yeah.
believe you don't know about it.
Yeah, I'm
happy-
Instant follow is right
That's
because this
so
is
nuts,
crazy.
dude.
First
I'm
the
happy.
button, and then the Anne Frank, Slam
Yeah.
Frank.
Dude, we're
turn
2
on,
for
dude.
2 right now.
Yeah, this is.
I was stuttered over it a bit, but
Yeah.
Wow.
I was just I was so shocked that you haven't heard about it.
You guys have made up for missing for
Like-
canceling on us. This is made up for it.
Yeah, we forgive you now.
Wow. Yeah, you are totally forgiven.
Weird,
We were
That's
gonna-
crazy.
yeah.
You got to send me that. That's nuts. Yeah. Still. Yeah. Okay. Let's move off this topic because I'm gonna say the N word
Yeah,
if we
you want
keep
to be able
going.
to speak.
Yeah. I was gonna just switch out in Paris for in Auschwitz or in the Holocaust or something. I just really wanted to say it, so
Excellent.
we've just got to skip that.
All right. It's in your DMs now, so you can make all those comments in the comments.
I will. I absolutely will. Yeah, with asterisks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's why I was against.
over Auschwitz, not over the N word. And I use a hard R, like that pedophile I caught.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
You caught a pedophile that said the hard R?
I asked him what is the name of the song, the hit song by Kanye West, "Blank in Paris," and then he said said it with the hard R, and I was like, well, that's incorrect because it's with a soft A. So you're wrong, and we are calling the cops on you. And then I texted his son on Facebook. And his son was like, he was here all night. And I was like, no, he wasn't. I was like, he came to meet a little boy. And then he was like, okay, well, I just talked to him. And he just confessed everything. So, and I was like, yeah, he needs help. Tried to fuck a little boy.
Better help.
Yep.
It'd be funny if it like an episode of Jeopardy, you know, where like that's the questions, yeah, like who was in Paris, and you're like, you see, it's not with the AR, it's with an A. We're gonna have to take too much.
Sorry. Yeah. Oof. We're gonna
looking
yeah.
for-
We're gonna have Jamal steal $200 from you. He's gonna be. He's just the editor. He's got the numbers on the screen.
I've always wanted to be on Jeopardy.
You still can.
I still
Yeah,
you're
why
right.
not? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll just have to like get a little Alex Trebek cut out and hold it in front of my face whenever the host talks to me.
Are
Who's
you
the
like good at
host?
trivia?
Oh, I'm decentish.
Yeah.
Decentish, yeah. No,
Oh, yeah?
not too bad. I mean, there was that one time we played trivia on our own podcast briefly.
Yeah. On our podcast.
Briefly.
What happened?
Fuck, it was so Liam, I will say, was talking about boxing in the beginning of the podcast. He was talking about boxing,
part of this fucking Christ.
and then
I'm telling that
and then
story.
it
dude. No.
devolved.
You can't do anything about it. Your
don't.
hands
And
are
then
tied.
No, I don't.
Liam started talking about.
You're lucky I have
Liam
videotapes
started
in my
talking
hand,
about people that he's boxed,
I'm
and then
gonna
it's
beat you like my
then
dad.
it devolved into just races of people who box, and
It was
then
ethnic groups, not racist.
and then we
Ethnic
had
groups,
and then we had
yes.
to pause the podcast because I was like, Liam, this is getting too insane.
well, no. It's
And then
because I
I-
said Jap on accident.
What's,
Yeah.
what's wrong with
Ah.
that? You didn't say chink.
Yeah,
No,
we did.
he
Yeah,
did
you're right,
not.
you're right.
But I was like,
That's not-
Liam.
yeah, that's
but
nothing.
we were just like, okay, that
But
because I didn't mean to.
I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
Liam, this is our first podcast episode, and I had to pause him. I was like, Liam, this is 15 minutes into the podcast.
I said let's stop too and
You-
get rid of Jap. Yeah, no.
not only that word, I was like,
Jap.
I was like, you just
It was not derogatory. I was just talking about like
just talking
boxing
about
in like
the
ethnicities,
racism.
and I just
he was just
no,
talking
this is
about.
why I don't like it when you tell fucking stories. Christ, it's like hearing my bitch ex-wife on the stand. It's just me. Yes,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
That's fine. We had our last, or 2 episodes ago, or I think, we had to do it on Rumble only because I could not stop saying that special little word to describe these people,
Yeah.
you know? I just kept on dropping K-bombs left and right.
Yeah.
Which I think you're okay to say on YouTube, but I said it so many times that it was like, okay, this might be bad. Yeah, we're going to have to put this one on Rumble.
Yeah.
So,
But well, no. So then though we get later on the podcast, we were kind of running out of steam. So I get this old Trivial Pursuit set from my parents.
cool.
It was like from the '80s, and so I'm like, hey, let's just grab this and just run off some trivia, you know, to keep it going.
the Moops.
So I take it out, and the first question I read off is from the sports category. It goes, who was the first black to win the U.S. Tennis Open? Not African American, not person of color, not even black person.
Trivial
just
Pursuit. It said who was the first black?
This
Yeah.
is copyright 1982.
Who wrote that? Mark Normand?
Yeah.
That's what I thought. When
Yeah.
Liam said after the whole boxing shenanigans,
Yeah.
I was like, Liam, shut the fuck up. I
It
was
does
like,
not say that.
Yeah.
I was like, that's what
Yeah.
I was like. It does not say that.
It's a typo.
Yeah, and I showed him the card. He's like, "Oh my god!"
that was a good
Nice.
bit.
Well, wait, what was it? Who is the first black to win?
I don't know. We never answered the question because we're
okay.
just like,
I'm not a big tennis fan. I
Yeah.
didn't remember that.
Really,
Well, I wouldn't expect black people to be playing tennis, honestly.
I think I think it was the fact. Yeah, it was,
In 1982, no less.
Yeah.
I
Huh.
don't know.
I think we should start calling him cooked instead of black. Bro's
Yeah.
cooked.
Bro's cooked.
Yeah. And if he's, the darker he is, like, oh, bro is really cooked.
Bro's burnt.
Bro's burnt a little bit.
Bro's burnt.
Bro got burnt.
Bro's lit, dude.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
Light skins you can call sautéed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's light.
Yeah, I'm boiled.
Just like-
Chug, 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 chug.
So,
'Cause
is
you
the
got-
last time you did this when you were on here? Nice.
Yeah.
And you threw up in the car all the way home, right?
No,
Yeah.
that was the second time we were here.
Ah.
Because I wasn't even doing
with
it
the
with 40
fireball.
hands.
Yeah, we were just doing a normal one.
Yeah, the last time, last time we were doing a
Yeah.
normal podcast, I
That
had
was
to
just
do-
a Thursday for you.
No, I had to drive Liam's car home, and he was throwing up in a fucking grocery store bag,
Yeah.
plastic bag, and he's just
Sick.
yeah.
Oh, okay, you can't do the fucking voice.
He was like, I messed up real bad, dude. This is really not good. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm throwing up.
Damn it, big mistake
Yeah,
this
he was
time.
like,
Yeah.
like fuck, it was so disgusting.
It's like Steve-O doing an impression of Cartman, kind of.
Jesus Christ. I've been like, should I go get vocal lessons now? So they stop fucking.
No.
No, that's
no,
not. You
no.
sound normal like a lot of the time, but sometimes
Exactly.
you'll just start hitting you with a fucking
With a little Tasmanian devil.
Dude, with a little stutter.
It's kind of perfect you wore that shirt.
fuck yeah.
Fuck
yeah, Liam is the human resemblance of the Tasmanian devil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he's not Jewish.
At least
I
I'm
mean-
not. At least I'm not Daffy.
The Palestinian devil.
Yeah. The Israeli
Who,
devil.
Kneecap, dude? Is that what you're talking about? Palestinian devil?
He's Irish.
Who's that?
The Irish punk band, do you know about
they're
this?
They're not punk band, they're a rap group. I've
Rap
played their
group?
song.
Same difference, dude. Fucking, they're Irish.
They're this Irish rap group from like Belfast, and one of the members just got on terrorism charges for doing like a pro-Palestine thing. At
Oh,
Coachella.
deaf to the
No,
idea.
No,
that's
that
the
was
guy.
Bob Villain.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kneecap was the band that they banned.
No, they still played at
They still played
that Glastonbury
At Glasgow?
Festival.
Glastonbury.
It was
Glastonbury?
Yeah.
that's like the Bob.
But they got censored or something, didn't they?
yeah. So the
They got taken off the stream. The stream was taken.
The whole
BBC
festival
said
was
that.
streamed, but
Right.
Kneecap, this Irish punk band,
On Coachella?
fucking no, at Glastonbury.
Then that's-
like
that's-
they were
that's
the
the other-
only band on the main stage that
Oh, yeah.
wasn't streamed.
Yeah, the BBC.
So
did
the
take those down.
mainstream then went to that Bob Villain band where
Yeah.
the black guy with the dreads was like
Yeah.
deaf to the
Yeah, 'cause
IDF, and now they're on terrorism. I think they're
They're-
about to
they're-
get on
well, so-
terrorism charges.
well,
they got
they
their
got
U.S.
dropped.
visas removed.
Well,
Yeah.
so it's
Like
funny.
their label drop, yeah, which
No,
is
no.
insane.
Here's
Yeah.
the theory I've heard about it. So because they're from North Ireland and they're very like pro-Irish, like especially that the whole situation there. They've been if you look at like the UK, in like Wales, England, and Scotland, they get way more people charged under that terrorism threat law.
Oh, yeah.
Than in Northern Ireland, because the kind of people making those threats in Northern Ireland, A, people who live there, but B, it's also related to that stuff. They don't want to rock the boat on that stuff. That's what they learned after all that. Like even if someone is saying whack stuff, you got to figure out you don't want to be too crazy with this because you don't want shit to start up.
Yeah.
You know, but they charged them under that in Northern Ireland, so they think this is more of just them trying to get at them for all the shit they've been saying about Northern Ireland and Ireland, and just because of the Palestine stuff, because it's not
Right.
there or whatever.
And all he
they
was
get away
doing
with
was
it.
calling for the deafness.
No, that
he
was-
wanted him to go
Is it
stop
different?
hearing.
That's
Yeah.
no. So
He wanted him to go deaf. He said deaf to the IDF.
No, that wasn't him. No.
Oh, you're
That's
talking
Bob
about
Villain.
which
Yeah,
one
Bob
are you
Villain.
talking
This
about?
is, we're doing
Different
Kneecap,
guy.
the group. They did it in
Kneecap.
Coachella.
What did they sing?
They actually was like, theirs did not mention any sort of words of violence or anything. They're like, just like, we want, like it was still like a pretty, pretty like up, like in your face kind of protest, but definitely not mentioning any sort of like violence whatsoever. Where this Vila guy was saying like death to the IDF. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of funny. They're like, we
And-
can't
yeah.
play these guys. Let's go to these guys.
Yeah.
Like, ugh.
Is there any video at all of the Kneecap performance?
Yeah, I love
Can you
it.
see
No,
it?
let me.
There was this one like 50-year-old woman, like I think she was an English woman that streamed their entire set. And that's been going around the internet.
Now let me ask John something before because I think you might know. We'll see. Okay, from what river to what sea?
It's the sea. It's the Mediterranean Sea. That's the one they're right by. I want to say the Euphrates or something,
Okay,
or the
Euphrates.
It's one of those ones that's over there.
I don't really know too well myself.
It's
Is
the-
it the River Jordan?
That's right.
Oh, the Jordan.
Jordan,
The
Jordan to the Mediterranean.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, from the river to the sea.
And I want
But
everyone.
I don't think a lot of people know that, and
Yeah.
I would be really interested to go to the next Free Palestine protest and ask them from what river to what sea.
Right.
Because I'm positive they don't know.
Yeah, they probably
You gotta
don't.
go to both sides for that.
Yeah.
You gotta go to both.
Oh, we could we could easily get that. Yeah.
I was gonna say, so let's do river to sea. Let's do the Mississippi to the Pacific. Just the whole fucking
Yeah.
country.
The whole world.
If you
Shall be free.
If you can rhyme it, it's true.
Yeah.
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 Man, dude, that's great.
You
I
ever
feel
go to a protest?
Actually, I have been there one time.
What protest?
This was when I was in high school. There was a climate protest, and we just wanted to get out of class.
Sure.
What are you talking about? We went to a protest a few months
to
ago.
film it and do fuck around. I mean, like actually went to a protest.
With Tyler Bothorpe,
Yeah,
our
yeah.
good
Oh,
friend
shouts out Tyler, yeah.
Shout out Tyler Bothorpe.
I say go in the sense of like actually going to the protest, not
And you
going there for content.
Yeah, but you filmed the fucking shooter.
That was not during the protest. That was during that was just street interview crap. Or
yeah,
whatever.
but he ended up being.
He ended up on the news.
No,
yeah.
did you see the video of the whole situation?
He didn't shoot, right?
He
What
didn't.
happened?
No, so
I
that
didn't see the
guy.
video.
Like I follow another fucking Happy Valley Rockers on Instagram, is a local music promotion. They've been putting on shows for years.
Yeah.
Like they're like Arturo Gamboa was a punk drummer I don't actually remember any bands that he played in, but he played in like he's
well established.
Yeah, he's well established in like the Utah music scene and also like the protest scene. Like there's videos of him in 2020 during like the COVID time with his
specifically
like,
open carry
with the same gun that he had at this
which
recent
is legal
protest.
in Utah.
Yeah, legal in Utah. That shouldn't be an issue. Like fucking, and he always followed like proper gun safety. Like he had that shit pointed down in the video of him getting shot by the 51 like security guard. Like, it was hired security by a protest.
That's 50501, right?
Yeah, I think so.
5051. 50501. That's the name of the group. But they named it 5051, which is the dumbest thing ever because then it sounds like 5051.
Yeah, it should be.
Oh, the security group.
Should be 5,500.
We're talking about a band.
Which it was, the security group was just a bunch of random fucks that had guns.
Yeah.
Which is insane. It's like there was, 10,000 people at that protest? The police should be there. Because there's 10,000 people and it's like...
They wanted to alleviate pressure on the police department and self-police. That was
That's insane. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
The police department's not much better than hired security. It
definitely is.
Trigger discipline, though. I mean, because people are allowed to have guns and you can open carry in Utah, so there's nothing wrong with what the guy was doing. Is he here legally or illegally?
He's here legally.
He was born here.
Yeah.
Like in Utah. The guy was born in Utah, I'm pretty sure.
His family's Venezuelan.
Yeah, his family's Venezuelan, but the guy was born here in Utah and fucking, like, I think he's lived here his entire life. I might be wrong. Well, but fucking, also, like, the video showed him, like, because the first article I read from the Salt Lake Tribune said that he, like rushed around a building and grabbed his gun and
that's
loaded
his gun. That's what the police said. That's what the Tribune got from. That's what the police report was.
The first police comment was that he rushed around a building,
took it out,
loaded his gun, and then the security guard
he's not charged anymore, right?
They let him out.
He's released. Yeah, he should have never been there. Yeah, he didn't do anything.
No, he didn't do anything. All he did was get shot. Yeah. Like the video was him literally just walking. Granted, he wasn't in the middle of the street, which I guess I didn't know you needed to be in the middle of the street to not be shot by the gun. I didn't know the sidewalk was shooting play. That was a fucking shooting range.
His name is Dindu Nuffin.
Lucas, the guy who's shot a gun on 2 occasions is the best public security intelligence. By the way, hit this guy up. He needs a job, and hire me too. Actually.
Thanks for ruining the momentum, dumbass. That had nothing to do with what we were just talking about.
He is Dindu Nuffin, and if I was there, I wish I was there because I'd have shot the 50-51 guys.
That'd have been great.
I'd have blown their fucking heads off, dude. Oh my God! You're shooting at an innocent civilian.
The worst part is
had their heads blown off, dude.
Dude, the worst part is just a random person. It was like the guy that had the gun got shot, but then the person that died was just a random.
Yeah, but but initially, they killed an innocent bystander. But initially, like the security, the armed security, let them tell it. Didn't even get charged. I don't know if I don't think they have been still.
No, I don't think they're charged at all.
And it's like, what the fuck? Someone got killed
did
because
anyone
of your
else?
actions. You shot someone. So what? So you can just kill someone at a protest and just get off because you claim some Venezuelan guy has a fucking gun?
Well, so that's the question with it, though, is basically they're trying to figure out was it reasonable for him to deploy deadly force in that scenario? Because if actually was just, I mean, like you see the video, I mean, it is the person who filmed it was far away and was just doing a sweeping shot as it happened, so they weren't like zooming in on it. So that's what I would say. If they do think that guy did not have reasonable use force, they will charge him. But I think they're weighing that out right now.
Yeah, but that's fucking insane that the guy that shot the gun wasn't apprehended by any a person
at least brought him for questioning.
Like they immediately released him.
I mean,
they said they didn't.
No, they didn't even question him.
Yeah,
that's insane.
No, they didn't.
He shot and killed someone.
Well, to get the statement off the guy, they would have to have talked to him at least once. Maybe if they definitely didn't book him. Yeah, they definitely did. They booked Arturo. Yeah, no, he got the full 9 fucking yards for that. Yeah, but I mean, I don't know.
A guy who didn't do anything got booked.
Except
but
getting shot?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane.
So did anyone
man.
fire a weapon besides the security guys?
No, it was just the security
Wow.
And they shot some random protester.
Damn.
guys. Yeah, just some like 40-year-old dude there
And
at
we,
the protest.
you know, we did a podcast at the protest, like 2 days before the shooting, because we went down on Thursday. We were going to go down again on Saturday, but in the morning they killed those Congress people in Minnesota.
Yeah.
And I was like, listen, today's going to get
Is that too far
violent.
away?
I
I don't know
told,
how sensitive these mics
I-
are.
yeah.
Is that too far away from my face?
Oh,
Should
you're
be fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you should be
fine.
I just don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, look, they killed they're killing fucking
40 capacity. Huh?
state Congress people. Like, let's sit this one out.
And people in Salt Lake, they watch that shit that happens in big cities, and they're like, "We got to do something. We got to
Yeah.
shoot somebody." You know.
So we did this
We gotta get on
podcast
the news.
we did this podcast with Joe Elgin, and Joe was like, "It's not going to get violent, not in Salt Lake." And I was like, "What world are you living in?"
Man, I'm gonna say it does get.
He's so oblivious. He was so oblivious, and I was like, "Dude, it's gonna get violent. I guarantee you."
Dude, a day later, a fucking 9-month-old baby died,
well, that had
and
nothing to
a
do
lady
with
died.
politics, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like
Died of
fucking in
West
Salt
Valley,
Lake, like
the carnival, the West Valley Carnival or whatever.
There was a carnival shooting
yeah,
Yeah,
in
but-
West Valley.
Yeah.
it was like some fucking
It was a gang thing.
yeah,
that
it was
got
like
out
some
of hand,
like a 15 and a 17 year. My point is, it's green to think that because I live in X place, there's not going to be Y
Violence.
shooter or
Yeah.
any violence there.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
that's so insane to think about.
I'm gonna start hiring security
Yeah.
No, fucking
to go places.
I hope
every
Luke
time I
doesn't,
go
'cause
out
then
in
they'd
public,
shoot me.
I think I'm gonna die.
I'll get that 50-51 guy. You probably get him for pretty cheap right now.
okay,
Get a good rate
You
on
might
that
get him for
security
you might
guy.
be charging more now when you think about it.
Oh yeah, maybe because maybe you want a guy that's gonna shoot somebody.
If
and
yeah,
get away with it.
Yeah, look, if
Police
I'm
officer.
dude, I'm going the Rittenhouse route. If
yeah.
if I kill someone, I'm going the Rittenhouse
You're
route.
gonna cry and stuff.
I'm gonna cry my eyes out. I'm gonna fucking oink max and become the fattest fuck ever.
Yeah, what the hell, dude?
Jesus
And
Christ.
I am going to write a book about what a good guy I am.
Oh, he did that.
he wrote a book.
He
I don't-
wrote a book.
You heard
Yeah.
he's like he's gone dark on the internet, like social media gone everything lately.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like he at the very least he doesn't have.
Because he got fat as fuck, and all because all the pictures of him now are
horrible,
dude
yeah. Oh,
horrible.
yeah,
Because
oh my God.
Not
that
good.
pig nose, man, that does not bode well when the chin comes in, like the double chin. He
looking
looks
like Porky over there.
grotesque. That being said, you know,
That
listen,
being said, he's a hero.
Rittenhouse, if you want to come on our podcast, by
Yeah.
all means, you know.
What are you gonna do? 40
Big
hands?
big fan. I posted a lot about you after you killed those terrible fucking pedophiles.
Oh, really? What'd you say?
Oh, I just, I didn't post a lot, but I just posted like one thing,
Oh,
one
dude,
thing with
this
him like
is,
holding the gun and the fucking laser eyes, and I was like, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yeah, dude, fuck yes,
Dude,
because I was totally on board with that. Like,
Right.
his trigger discipline was fucking amazing, man. Like, say what you will, but he did not shoot until people intended to do him harm. And then he shot perfectly.
Yeah.
So like, should he have been at like at that entire situation began with? Maybe not. But like when he shot those people, dude, no, amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from my
Full
under.
marks.
Yeah.
Full
Yeah.
marks.
I will say I saw the video of him
Yes.
doing it, and the guy would one of the guys came at him with a skateboard. If
Yeah.
I remember like insane footage.
Yeah,
Yeah,
a woman
right.
beater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but regardless, he
Yeah.
had no idea who he was shooting when
Yeah,
he
no.
shot
There
were
him.
guys behind
he
him
got
with guns,
very
too.
he
Yeah,
got very
yeah.
lucky that who he shot was
The other
like
guy
a terrible
pulls the gun
person.
out. He shoots his fucking arm off.
Yeah,
blew his
wi-
bicep off. Jesus.
And-
Yeah.
But
That's
it's
cool.
also like at the same he was 17 at the
18,
time,
yeah.
and his dad was like, "We're gonna take the guns and go defend the mattress store." Like
Yeah.
that's insane.
Yeah.
Like the fact
Well,
that was even a story, and
the-
it was like a
Kenosha,
child.
yeah.
The whole thing of like, should he have been there? Should he have not? I mean, we can debate that forever. The more important thing is, why does a 17-year-old feel a necessity to go, Like, does that not speak to how fucked our country is that a 17-year-old feels like they need to go defend a fucking 7-Eleven?
No, it's absolutely
like
insane.
we're at that point where they've started burning every building and killing dude, they killed like 25 people during those riots.
Yeah, it was insane.
It was
in Minneapolis.
fucking nuts, man.
I'd go defend a Maverick. I feel like I owe them a lot. All the delicious coffee they've given me.
I'm with it, man.
I left the city I was at because it was getting so crazy, and I saw open mic comedians flipping cop cars, and I was like, okay, I'm leaving, dude. You people are fucking crazy.
It's kind of part of the plan, too. It's like the whole California fires thing. We're going to wait till it burns down. We're going to buy up the property at a cheap rate.
Yeah.
We're going to build apartments.
It all comes back to the Jews. I should have known.
Oh,
you keep getting that.
Nobody said that.
You keep getting that microphone farther
You said
away from
that.
me. I've noticed.
Dude, I'm just looking at Kyle right now. I didn't know the Tharps were triplets.
Oh, wow. Oh, no.
I thought they were
dude.
twins.
Shout out Trevor Tharp.
Yeah.
I don't know him well
Shouts
enough
out.
to shout him out. but-
JK, dog. You're not that fat.
He's got the suit.
and
The
other
suit
dog.
looks nice, though. He does know fashion, man.
He knows his suits.
Yeah.
And he knows how to make me look good in one.
Yeah.
Knows what he's
You want me to
doing.
put it closer?
Why don't you do it like a little bit too close, and then like because I noticed your arm like just over time will just auto because like you've been holding it the whole time. No.
Are you bitching about me
Yeah.
No, I'm
holding
not.
the
Just being like,
microphone
hey, like
for
maybe
you?
just putting a little bit too close, and then it'll
You have, duct
gradually.
you have
Yeah.
2 40-ounce beers
The,
duct taped
the
to your
thing that
hands,
makes
and
this
you're
work
getting
is that
picky.
Liam is such a happy drunk.
Yeah, no, this is yeah. Yeah, that's why they cut the tendons in my fingers and have an assault charge because I'm such a happy drunk. No.
So you,
Good God.
So you go to? Do you go to a lot of vintage stuff? Like what? You're not wearing vintage.
I mean,
this might be like 90s.
oh no, this isn't vintage, no. But
Yeah.
so this was like this was at the Sandy like Expo Center or
Okay.
whatever and stuff. So it was a bunch of vendors and stuff coming up. So that was just one thing. And I just had a buddy of mine who wanted to go see it. And I'll occasionally tag along to it and stuff. But I'll kind of go say most of the vintage stuff I have is just from like my parents and grandparents. So
Cool.
stuff they don't wear much anymore of. But no, I got some
Any
good,
wigs?
no, I got that nice Letterman's. My dad's Letterman's.
That's cool.
That's sweet.
Like from high school?
Yeah, it was funny too. Actually, like a few years ago, I was in quarters, and I was just meeting like my friend's my dorm mate at the time in college, and like I'm wearing that jacket, and then he comes up to me, he's like, "Did you go to that college?" And I'm like, "No, my dad did though." And he's like, "That high school?" Is like, "No, my dad did though." And he's like, "Oh, well, that's my high school. That's where I went to." And I'm like, "No way, that's nuts." So no.
And that's the Beat Diggers.
No, I forget what
Nah.
the mascot was actually.
Dude, if I could get a Letterman of the Beat Diggers, oh my
Game
fucking
over.
yeah, it's GG, dude. I'm never taking it off.
Where could you put it? Thank you.
Yeah, sorry.
I tried to dissolve a solution. Sorry, continue.
What?
Nothing. I didn't say anything.
You were saying the solution to what?
I didn't try. I said, hey, Luke keeps moving the mic 2 down over time, and I think just his arm gets tired because he holds it for me. So I was trying to do it. And you're like, yeah, me
Here,
doing
how
that.
about we'll switch off.
Yeah.
We'll switch off. I'll hold
Oh,
it
that's
for you.
great. No.
Yeah. And I'm never going to hold it.
Yeah.
You piece of shit.
It's
John,
recorded.
you can come right here and hold it.
Oh, I'll come. If I sit right there.
Come a
I'll come
bunch.
for sure.
Thank you.
I'm not going to hold that cum at
Yeah,
all.
our philosophy is why would we spend money on mic arms when we have arms? We each have 2 arms.
Yeah.
It's a waste of money.
Yep.
Think and grow rich.
How utilitarian of you.
Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay. So we're about to endeavor on a pretty big undertaking. Old John Carter and I. We are
Getting married.
Yeah, that's right. We got funding for Newlyped season 2, which will be a podcast.
No way.
Yeah.
Funding from the whole studio and such.
From a very wealthy man who currently wants to remain anonymous. He wants to play it by ear.
Yeah.
He wants his name not attached to it.
Expose yourself,
Until-
Bezos. I know
Yeah,
it's
it's
you.
not Jeff Bezos.
Yeah. He wants to let the first 5 episodes come out, see how the public reaction is before he attaches his name.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. Congratulations.
I'm sorry. What is it called?
Newlyped season 2.
What is
the Newlyped experience?
what is Newlypeds? I'm sorry, I'm not familiar.
Oh, the pedophile catching.
Yeah, the pedophile.
Oh, I didn't know that's what you called it. Sorry,
Yeah.
I knew you did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, instead of the game show, this is going to be season 2 is not a game show. It's going to be a podcast. It'll have some. We're going to play Uno with them. You know, we're gonna. You know, it'll still be like, you know.
Jeez.
Uno
silly-
with a pedophile.
Talk
Yeah.
about an awkward combo. It's like, oh hey, like you gotta play menial board games with someone you're holding against their will that like is gonna get a felony once they
Well,
leave.
they're not held against their will. They're allowed to leave at any time. I'm not a cop. I can't
Detain
you know,
them, yeah.
I can't detain them. But you know, I think it's important that we have this conversation. That's all I'll say to them. You can leave at any time, but I think it's very important that you stay here. And I don't think you want trouble. I think you just need some help. Anyways,
Pornhub gotcha. That's
so
what?
what?
we say.
Yeah. Just like Kanye. But what we're gonna do is one of the ideas that we had is you know, the pedophile, he's gonna be talking to who he thinks is a kid in, like, okay, we got him into the house, we have a live decoy, and then while he's sitting there, I'm just gonna play Chris Benoit's theme song. And just and I'm really hoping that they react like Vince McMahon. Just shook, dude. Just overly shook, and then like I come out.
Wait.
Yeah.
Welcome. And then
Ladies and pedophiles.
and then we'll have them on the podcast, and we're just gonna shoot the shit with them.
Yeah.
You know, just like this.
Is your goal just to see how long you can keep it going?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's part of it. Definitely.
Yeah, is that part? I guess like as far as like when you finally do actually decide they want to talk for a bit. Like, is that kind of your main goal? Is like just keep them talking?
Yeah, we're gonna ask
Yeah,
him like
yeah.
how he feels about, you know, if he voted for Kamala or Trump.
Yeah.
If he ever says the N-word casually with his friends, stuff, and also like what he was saying to what he thought was a 12-year-old girl.
I think it'd be funny if you didn't even bring up that stuff at all.
Yeah,
Like, he's
I mean,
just-
that's
thought about
originally where the Newlyped came up with is I was doing a bit about Chris Hansen. Like, I just have some questions for you, and the bit was like, it'd be funny if those questions were totally unrelated to them trying to fuck kids. And then it eventually was like, oh, it should be a game show, turned into that. But then kind of going back to it now, and now we're kind of going full on like this. But I also want them to admit to having CP, being that I've seen enough of these, you know, people catching these guys where they, like, I know they have child porn on their phones, and I want to get them to admit to having child porn. And I just, okay, so, and how young were the kids on these videos? Go Fish, by the way.
Yeah, trick them. Just reverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm assuming you'll be armed during these.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah, I'm
good.
ready to blow their fucking head off.
Yeah.
But you know, if I were to actually do that, it will only be in self-defense. This is not a premeditation.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a whole podcast episode built around it, though.
Yeah.
Ignore that, though.
Yeah, don't even watch that.
It's just-
Police.
Yeah.
Please.
So if you're a pedophile and you're watching this, please leave a comment, like, and subscribe.
Turn on push notifications.
Notifications, please.
Hit the bell.
Click the bell. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Sagar.
Is Sagar Sharma the one constant listener of this show?
And also he's
That's
a
what we
pedophile.
heard. I don't even know if that's true, but
Have you met?
It probably
Sagar?
is.
I met him.
I love
Yeah,
Sagar.
he's so nice, dude.
There was one time, fucking Sagar.
We're gonna have him on soon.
He's so
yeah.
funny.
Yeah. JD's hopefully our next guest. I'm really gonna push for JD because I want to debate him on this whole comedian dude.
Yeah.
Shut
Well, that
up.
guy is a fucking. He's never talked to me before, and like yesterday, literally I was standing outside. He was walking in, didn't acknowledge me one bit.
Oh my god.
So, and I mean, like, not to say like I know I'm an open micer. You know what I mean? Like, I know I've done comedy a year and a half. Like, that is not like it takes 10 years to be funny is what
Yeah.
I've heard from the funniest people.
Yeah.
So like I like
JD.
this is something I exactly yeah JD the
Yeah, say
funniest
that,
guy
yeah.
I know. They're like
No,
fucking
he's-
talking
he's
about
great.
goth women cutting themselves and then being like, oh, you fucking idiots. Yeah, you don't think that's funny? Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna show my kid playing Little League Baseball
Yeah.
on stage.
I'm gonna wear my Larry the Cable Guy shirt whenever we do a podcast. with him, 'cause-
Did you hear about that shit he did at Wise Guys where
What?
he went up on stage and he was like, "Oh, here's my son playing Little
Yeah.
League Baseball. I'm FaceTiming him right now." And then he just started crying.
Yeah, he's like, sorry, guys, like I was watching my FaceTime with Sunday Lily, but then he came up again on stage, like, you guys want to see, yeah, and then like kind of starts to try to do his set, and then he kind of like cracks and just starts crying and walks away, and everyone starts like clapping because they're like, oh yeah, we know who JD is or whatever.
And this is the same man that's like, I determine who is a comedian and
Yeah.
who is not
No,
a
he's-
comedian.
You know
Like,
what he's
it's
really good
so-
at? He's mastered the art of turning on the crowd
That is, yeah.
and
Yeah.
berating them
He will get, he'll just fucking yell at
for
people.
their
It's,
tepid response to his
I've seen
jokes.
I've seen him have good sets, but more than that, I've seen him have so many sets where he gets mad at someone in the crowd and just freaks out on them, and I'm
Yeah.
like, man, what are you doing? You like what? Why?
the only time I've ever
Control
seen him
the
have a
anger.
good set is because, like, I don't even want, it's not attributed to the words he says, it's how he says the words. Like, he sounds dumb.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, like, I don't know where he's from, but nobody in
Spanish
Utah.
Fork, Utah.
I'll say
and
Larry
nobody,
the Cable Guy,
and
that was
nobody
good.
has that
Right?
accent in
I'm
Spanish.
glad you get- yeah.
nobody
Yeah.
has that accent in Spanish Fork, Utah.
Yeah.
Like fucking,
He's-
I've been to the. my grandparents are from Florida, or live in Florida.
What's
And
like,
they're
I'll
like,
visit
real
you.
name?
Fucking like
Michael Whitney.
yeah, fucking JD or something. It's probably, it's probably
Yeah.
something
It's not
stupid,
Whitney.
just
It's
like
not.
his
It's
name.
not because
The cable guy.
so I heard this from Ben. So apparently, there's this podcast that I forget what the name of the podcast is. It's blanking my mind right now. But Ben was listening to it because they had stopped by and they had talked to like a bunch of the comics around, and they talked. Nate Land, that was it. Yes, and,
Like Nate Bargatze's podcast?
and so they accidentally
Without
Uh,
Nate on it.
yeah.
But go on.
But so
They had
they,
accidentally.
they accidentally name dropped JD's full name.
Yeah.
Because
Fagin.
yes, that was it. Yeah, that was
His
it.
last name's Fagin.
Fagin.
Yeah.
Fagin. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, no way, but he hates it.
Yeah,
When
JD
you do that. And they
Yeah.
just
He's
they
been
just
running
do
from it.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
god!
can't be a comedian until you stop running away from your name.
Well, it's funny
Yeah.
because Jimmy
Wait till
Glasscock's
you
out
learn my
there
real name.
just like just
Shout out Jimmy
railing it.
Glasscock.
Yeah, no, he's
Yeah.
My real
Ew.
name is Colin Kuikenstein.
just my real name's Liam Hussein. Actually,
Obama.
Muhammad Hassan.
Oh my
dude.
god, so you're like a hero then.
Wow.
in certain circles, yeah.
Yeah, what do you think about Saddam?
He was a dumbass.
He was a dumbass.
He was Saddam.
He wanted to. I mean, silly.
Saddam.
I'll give you the silly points for sure. Was he? Do you think he was like a dictator? Do you think he was like an evil dictator?
He was a
I
dick.
mean, there's a lot of evidence for that. Yeah, not too
Yeah.
much not in the other direction.
Yeah. What do you think about? Because he put out a hit on Senior, right? On Bush Senior.
I've heard of him putting like at least rumors of him putting hits out
Yeah.
on people. Nothing confirmed. I don't think so because it's actually ironic. So Saddam Hussein was developing weapons of mass destruction, like nuclear weapons, and then like Bush Senior did the first Gulf War, and then he's like, oh okay, like they'll definitely get at they'll come at after me almost anything, so they'll do that. So I don't really know, but I mean, I don't know. I give it like a 30% chance
Yeah.
that it was true. That's how I put it.
And you think 100% chance he was developing weapons of mass destruction?
He,
what-
he definitely
when?
did.
And
He
what-
definitely did. He did.
And what were those weapons of mass destruction? What, what
well,
type?
so he definitely did chemical weapons because he did that to the Kurds as well as some like other people.
Yeah.
He was trying to make nuclear weapons, but he just he was having issues with it. And then the first Gulf War happened, and then he's like, this is not worth it. And it's actually funny after he got his shit kicked in, like Gaddafi. A lot of the other kind of
but Gaddafi gave up his nuclear weapons.
No, he didn't even make them in the first place. He saw what happened to Saddam. He's like, oh shit, that's going to happen to me.
Yeah, but they stopped the refinement, and then they allowed the outsourcing of the what was it? The uranium. They started selling off the uranium.
Yeah.
But then they killed him anyways.
Oh no! Well, then no. The U.S. did, and his own people did. Well, we did bomb him after that, and that led to him getting killed. So I guess indirectly, but that was. But
we funded the overthrow of Libya.
We didn't fund. I said we funded in the fact that we just completely destabilized the country so much to a point where you could overthrow it if you lived there.
I got you.
I'd put it that way. Yeah. No. It was more. I'd say no. It was more like that, but
funding the destabilization is kind of funding.
You can fund it with dollars, you can fund it with bombs. That's how I'd put it. That's how I'd put it. You are right in that sense.
Yeah. But yeah, Gaddafi. Were you? You guys are both a little younger. Did you guys? Were you guys around when Gaddafi was a thing?
Gaddafi?
How old were you guys when Gaddafi got killed?
Let's see, he got killed in 2010, 11, right?
Yeah.
So I was 8
Yeah.
in 2010.
Yeah, because Hillary was still Secretary of State, so 2011, maybe 2012.
It was definitely it was definitely during the Obama administration.
Yeah.
The first one.
When I was in high school when it happened. So I graduated in 2014, so it had to have been right around then. And it was a big thing that you would take a Bic pen and shove it in your friend's asshole, and you'd yell, Gaddafi! And then you go, you got me. Oh, you son of a bitch.
That's rad, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I went to school where you went to school.
You wouldn't shove it
Don't
all.
act so
You wouldn't shove it all the way in
They
there.
just called me a faggot and shoved me in a locker. You're telling me you're getting shit shoved up your ass?
Yeah, sometimes, hey, man.
No, talk about that game that you play with your
Press against
friends.
your
Luke keeps throwing me under the bus for this one, but fuck it.
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay, so...
You're going to throw yourself under the bus?
Not really. Okay, so... This was... have you guys ever seen the show Letterkenny?
No.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
I've seen.
Do you know the hockey player characters?
I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so there's two characters in the game. The whole point is that they're total dumb jock idiots, but they're hockey players, and because it takes place in Canada.
Yeah.
That is actually kind of I wouldn't say a career path, but something you can definitely spend a lot of time doing.
Hockey.
As an adult, because they start at college level and then go to the pros or whatever in Canada or whatever, one of the lower league teams. And so they're these total idiots, and they're trying to make friends with the other guys, and they're like, "You guys want to play Dinkerball?" And they're like, "What's Dinkerball?" And so Dinkerball is basically where you get everybody, and then one guy gets his junk in his hands, and then he's got to in his hands he's got to show either his dink or his ball, but only a very small part of it. So pretty much just all your hand and then just a little bit showing. And then everyone's got to look at it and then decide, is that the dink or is that the ball?
Okay.
Nice.
And then that is the game. And so me and we all like Letterkenny in college, the first few years of college. And so we would, because of COVID and shit too, and everything and all that, we'd play it over Snapchat group chats. So we would get there'd be girls in there too. They would, they didn't have a dinker ball to show, but they'd still be voting. And we would all just okay, whose turn is it? Somebody would take a photo, send it in, and then it would be dink, 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 ball dink, or whatever, and then they reveal.
And you're sending pictures of your genitals.
Yeah, it was
very
Liam's.
small
It was
part
Liam's
of it.
trick with his friends to get him so he could see their dicks.
No,
Yeah.
that's the thing.
And he was trying to get me and Sonia, the fucking
I was not trying
me
to
and
get
my
you guys to
girlfriend
play it, dude.
Yeah, the first picture is a full body nude of
Yeah,
him.
no, literally. No. Liam, we were at the bar. We were at the bar the other day.
Yeah,
and Liam
let's play at the bar. Yeah,
Liam was like, "Yeah, you guys, you don't understand.
Dinkerbug, eh?
Because it could be my dick or it could be my balls."
I took Snapchat was big whenever I was young, and I would take a picture, a normal photo, and you could cut in something. So I would take a picture of my cock, and then I would crop it and make it really tiny, and it would look like a knick-knack on a shelf, and I would put it in every Snapchat post. I would send it to everybody, and and people would, like, my buddy Christian would screenshot every single one of them and then find the dick. It was like a Where's Waldo with my dick.
That's great. That's fucking great. But no, Luke just doesn't like fucking fun. So yeah, he doesn't like playing Tinkerball.
Luke doesn't like games where you get to see his girlfriend's labia.
No. Women can't play. They don't have a Tinkerball.
Ah.
If you're a woman, have
Liam's
a Tinkerball,
only
you can
interested
play,
in seeing strictly penis.
Yeah. Well, it's
My
part of the
mistake.
game, okay? It's part of the game. You
Part
can't
of the
play
game.
clit or labia because there is no
Well,
clit.
you can play V
It's
or
not
B.
there.
Well,
It's
you can
not
play V
there.
or B.
V or B.
Yeah.
Vag or...
Butthole?
Butthole.
I feel like that's a pretty easy one.
Yeah. Well, you could just take a picture of the inside of your butthole and then,
Yeah, you never know, dude.
It's just completely dark.
Just
Just
Shove the
black.
phone up there.
Yeah,
A
and
black
yeah.
square.
I mean, that's what I.
It's
That's
just
what I would
all
do.
It's
black.
just a black. Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter. Okay, is this my
Black Lives
butthole,
Matter
or is-
draw.
Yeah, yeah, or is it the inside of my vagina
No, but
without
no,
a
man.
condom?
Luke just doesn't like having a good time. No.
Yeah, not like you.
Not
What-
me.
you
Yeah,
know what we
as you
should've
can
done?
tell, as you can tell.
You know what we
John.
should have done is we should have taped the mic to your chest,
I
like
was
all the way
literally
around
kind
you.
of joking about that.
That would've
On
been a
the
good
car
idea.
Right as we got here.
Next time.
Luke's like, I don't want to hold the fucking microphone anymore.
We should have just taped it to the.
Oh yeah,
to
we
the
could still
phone.
do
one
that.
of the, one of the
Probably
40s.
could, yeah. Luke, you want to go get the
They could get some
No,
good
I'm not
sounds
getting-
of you
I'm not
I certainly
busting.
can't get the tape, I'll tell you that.
I'll go get it. I'll go grab it.
You want to bring down the booze too?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Oh, okay. That's
You got your degree in
history.
history, and what's your minor?
I didn't get a minor.
Oh my God! They never gave you a minor. Those
I
bastards.
know, right? Dude, Trey's got one in his basement. I ain't got shit.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't even have
sick.
a basement.
Oh my
Just
God!
doing people's bits.
Well, I like referencing the person in the
referencing bits
Yeah.
on the show.
It's the anti-steal.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I did not do a minor because I'm not fucking retarded.
Okay. So what do you do with your history degree?
Jack shit.
You jerk off shit?
No, not jack.
You masturbate shit?
You should tell Colin about your latest job experience.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be great.
What do you got?
So
It's
You're
not
JD's
funny.
assistant.
It's not.
it's kind of it's a little funny.
You're JD's manager.
Yeah, he's booking him big gigs, dude.
Yeah.
Get him everywhere from Ogden
Yeah,
to
you get him the open mic. I booked you an open mic at Wise Guys in Salt Lake.
from the Wednesday night to the occasional Friday show up, go
Yeah.
up, dude. You can see him.
You are
Yeah.
there.
Every week.
I can get you that.
He's like the carrot top of the
I can get-
Salt Lake open mic.
I can get you on at 9:30 minimum.
Yeah.
But anyways, no. So basically, what happened is I had, gotten a job, applied and got the job. It was for this VR place down in Murray. It was a Sandbox VR.
Okay.
Really cool. They got like basically just this like room or whatever, and there's cameras set up, and then you put on the full 9 yards of like headgear. You put on sensors all over your body. Some games you'll wear a vest because that's a bit more important to have the full body. But if it's a game with shooting, they'll actually have like they'll give you guns you use and stuff for it and stuff and do it. It's crazy. It's nuts. And so I go there and I kill it, because I have really good like first day I have really good customer service experience, and like just work in hospitality, believe it or not.
Chug. You're almost at the end of these. I mean, you're really getting
Kill it
close.
totally, man.
Yeah, you're doing it.
But no. So the problem is do that first day. I mean, I'm almost done actually, so probably won't be necessary. Sorry. Thank you though, John.
Thanks for getting the booze. That was just a trick.
Oh, that's fine.
That was just that was just my trickery to get you to grab the
A
booze.
trick and a treat.
Let's switch off.
Yeah, so I'm probably listening.
What we should do is tape it to you.
Continue. Okay, so you're at the
I should just tape
you're-
it like right here.
So-
We're not
so to
taping
ca-
anything
so to-
because
so
I'm
to
almost
ca-
done.
so to ca- so to
just power
catch you
through
up-
it, soldier.
so-
Okay, I don't.
to catch you up, he's working at this VR place.
Yeah.
And that you put a full bodysuit on, and he has great customer service. He's
I was good. I really did. I did really well. The manager really liked me.
Yeah.
Next day, wake
then what
up.
happened?
About to,
This is day one.
Yeah,
This
this
is day
day
one.
one. Day
Okay,
one.
Day
Okay.
one, they're all in.
should I just restart for John?
No,
he's
no,
caught-
no,
he's
no,
caught up.
you're working
He
at a
is-
VR
he is
place.
caught up,
You're good.
yeah.
Everything's
You're
going
good. Go for it.
great.
Okay, no, so, okay, yeah, no, wake up the next day, boss calls me and all that. and he's like, "Hey, so HR got your background check back, and so I have like a misdemeanor assault from like 3 years ago."
Yeah.
And mind you, in that time, I had been hired by like swim school places to teach like toddlers how to swim. Like this has never been an issue up until now.
Yeah, and you didn't beat them up.
No.
That's not where you got the.
I'll tell you about that later, dude. Lord, those kids really wanted to drown. But anyways, but no, he's like,
Thank God you were there.
HR's decided, like, because of that, we'll have to rescind the job offer.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, and like, I literally had a job for a day, and it got taken away.
Oh, but as good customer service.
And because of a misdemeanor assault?
Misdemeanor assault. No, it sucked.
Mr. Meaner.
Mr. Meaner.
Mr. Meaner.
Yeah, let's.
You are Mr. Meaner.
You could.
Well, let's go back to that after we hear what's the end of the VR story.
That
was it?
That was it. Yeah, I lost
You
the
got
job.
fired.
You
They
lied.
waited until you were there for a day to complete the background check.
Well, that's what. Well, this is like a big international company.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the HR department either, for whatever reason, just did not have time to get around to X or Y background check until like after the first day, or like maybe there was an internal discussion. Because I'm assuming it's just a policy thing,
Right.
and they had to go up and do it or whatever. And so I don't. It does make a bit of weird sense because like. Because it's computers nowadays, like,
Yeah.
the computer can just ding you for that, and then
Yeah.
you'll know. And like I saw the background check before HR did, or before they cut me off. So I'm like, okay, like for whatever reason it took them some time.
Okay. So what's the backstory of this? What happened?
That's it.
The ding on your record, like what?
Oh, yeah.
you wanna go into that one?
The
Yeah.
assault.
That's the story I want.
Yeah, this is the lead-in.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Okay, so this is a few years ago. In college, I had been at a party and I've been drinking a lot, and I come home and drink a bit more.
Really?
And I'm going and I hang outside with my other roommate who's also been drinking a lot too. I lived in a house with 4 other people.
Yeah.
And during that, we get in a fight over like something incredibly trivial and stupid, but we're both plastered. And then I guess a bit of background, but I was not on my medication properly at the time. I kept just not doing it. And then I was like really stressed out for finals. This was around.
And what's
finals.
the medication you're supposed to be on? Is it this?
No, I wish, dude. I fucking wish.
Is it beer?
Yeah. Were you
Yeah, Miller Lite,
diagnosed needing
80
Miller
ounces of-
Lite?
80 ounces a
Prescribed,
day.
Yeah. 80, dude. Yeah. Whoa.
Your cholesterol's a little high. Oh, your Miller Lite levels are low.
Yeah.
Oh my
no,
God.
you need to have one.
Look at your blood alcohol
You should
content.
duct tape them
samples
to your
here.
hands. Make sure you finish them.
Your BAC is so low.
Yeah.
We have got to get you some more alcohol.
Yeah, Miller, it's like you barely knew her, dude.
So you were both
You gotta
drunk and
drink.
you got in a fight.
Yeah, well, so it escalated pretty severely after
Yeah.
that because I was also off.
Do you remember what it was about? Or
What is your medication
I
for?
I'm a manic depressive. I have bipolar disorder. So
Cool.
Okay.
that was it. Well,
That is
yeah.
cool, dude.
Yeah, you're telling me.
That
man. You're
rules,
telling me.
bro.
Yeah. You should
My
teach
grandpa
children.
had that, dude. That's cool, man. He jumped down the stairs one time for no reason.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I forgot
That's
that.
not funny, but
It is funny, dude.
something Liam
It
would
is
do.
funny.
Like, did he head first or what? What was he trying to do?
No. My grandma woke him up and she was annoying him. His name's Richard, but she would call him Rit. Rit, you gotta get up. Rit, it's time to get up for work. Rit, you gotta go to work. And he got up, ran down the hall, and jumped down the stairs. And broke his back, and at the bottom of the stairs stood up and was like, "I don't think I'm going to work today."
I could see myself.
You've been there.
I
Yeah,
could see myself doing that.
yeah.
What-
He
what-
also had schizophrenia, so I mean, it's
Yeah.
a whole mess of fucking mind.
Yeah.
Mind.
Does it bother you to talk about it? Because I have questions now. What's the most manic and or depressive thing you ever did?
Yeah. What are your manic phases like?
Yeah.
Cocaine and cocaine. That is the manic.
Ah,
Okay.
right.
No. Usually worse is impulse spending.
What do you buy?
Oh.
Just buttons for your friends.
No. That was $5 too. That was the best part. I'm like, I can buy
Dude,
this.
that rules.
Yeah, no, that's the best part about that button. No. But it's just stupid crap. Some stuff I still do have, and eventually I did get use out of. and stuff, but definitely loads of other stuff. Not even like, you know, drugs, but like food or booze. I definitely need the booze, but that's not important.
I definitely need the booze. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
they said that or a gun, Luke. So, you know, pick your fucking poison, dude.
So the booze is a little bit of like self-medication type deal.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Does your medication say don't take with alcohol?
Definitely.
Used to.
Yeah. How many? Yeah, used to.
It used to before I
switched brands,
scratched it
yeah.
off.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I get a marker.
Yeah. Erased it.
Have you guys seen Arrested
Do not.
Development?
You just erased. Do not.
Have you guys seen like Arrested Development?
Yeah. Which, the winky face.
Yeah, the winky face. She's
that's
like,
you,
I was like,
dog.
it's just like, it's not don't drink with that. It was more like,
Yeah.
so that, but no. I mean, I fucking.
Do you think the medication works? Like,
I
are you
will
happy
send-
about Big Pharma and what they do to you?
I mean, I like having medication. I don't like big pharma. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'll put it that way.
Because they'll get you.
Yeah, no.
You gotta watch out.
I guess. I don't know. I have 46 in my hands. I'm not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not a
yeah.
fair fight.
Right.
Between you and Big Pharma.
You better watch out, Big Pharma.
I'm coming for you.
All they gotta do is put like a normal door handle in front of me. I'm like, fuck, I got like, a novel.
Yeah, you're like the cat at that point.
Yeah.
All right, well,
Wow.
nice. So, do you remember what it was you were fighting with your friend about?
I had torn one of his necklaces, and then in retaliation, he torn one of mine, and then it kind of escalated from there.
Oh, what kind
Yeah.
of necklace are we talking? You both had nice necklaces?
Yeah, these
or?
puka shells or
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
I don't know.
Poopy shells.
I don't know what the fuck his necklace was or what it meant to him. Mine's had much more sentimental value,
Yeah.
so it had just like, you know, bro.
You turned red.
Well, yeah, well that and like he had like I had like
His is like a Smarties
Well, 'cause
necklace,
I
and then
did it on
he
accident.
breaks your heirloom, priceless
Yeah.
heirloom.
I'm Mr. T.
Yeah, his isn't. Yeah, he was wearing edible underwear. He was wearing an edible burqa.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, that just he fucking. You put it a little closer. Thanks.
Sorry.
I realize this is my favorite part of the.
You stole your own joke that time.
I just tried to beat you to it.
That was nice. Yeah, I was gonna get there.
I just gave it bad timing.
Yeah.
I just forced it into bad timing.
Yeah, that was good.
Hey, first one's
Hey.
down. Well, you got some suds left.
Yeah.
but You'll finish that. Yeah, you will. Yeah, know it.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna edit. I'm gonna use AI to put a cock in your hand right there.
I mean, we don't have to edit that. Luke, take off your pants. Let's get this.
Oh yeah.
I want to save Colin some time. Okay.
Yeah, you you tape a cock to both hands and you make them come before the end of the podcast.
That'd be a short podcast. That's all I gotta say. It's a short podcast.
Yeah.
I'd be in and out. Man.
I'm an expert.
In fact, I get paid for
Yeah.
how well I'm good.
Yeah.
Old Edward 40
Wow!
cocks.
Oh my God, his left hand came first. That's crazy.
Whoa.
He really
Stranger
is
in the
smart.
house.
Really, if you can get two guys to sit really close to each other, I can do four. But
Yeah,
that's not
yeah.
important. But I just he accidentally tore it off. I got it, and then
How much damage did you do to his face?
I mean, he definitely got a bloody nose. He actually cut my eyebrow. Actually, you can't see it because it's like right under the eyebrow, so there's no scar. But
Yeah.
no,
Ouch.
he got it with that, and then I, in my let's say a passion, I ended up grabbing a sword I had from jiu-jitsu,
Ah.
and that I was eventually disarmed, and that cut the tendons in my fingers though in the process of that.
You grabbed a sword, like the blade of it,
No, I was holding a sword, and then I was taken away from me, and then
and as it was being taken,
yeah,
you.
during that process.
And
yeah.
what's the
Right.
ramifications of your tendon being cut? Like is your hand okay or?
Oh yeah, no, I mean it's just these two fingers right here.
Oh shit! You got a nice scar in there.
That was good, man.
Right.
That's not bad.
But I mean, I guess the
I mean, it is bad, but
the only real I guess thing that stuck around over time, was I think my pointer finger has like about 75% like sensation in it. So you can still feel things and do with it, but like typing or
Right.
playing guitar or anything like that, like
Yeah.
it's. I can get around it and manage it, but it definitely is. It is a little bit annoying.
But that's the one you put up your butt first, probably. Oh.
it's the stranger finger.
Yeah, that's
He's
what
got a permanent stranger, yeah.
I'll
That's
just
what I
use
would
the
do.
right hand, John. What do you mean? This hand's fine.
And you whack off with the dead one.
No, I don't. That's the stranger. That's what we call that.
Right. That's crazy, man. Lacerated your fucking shit there. And that's the thing, you know, when you get drunk and pick up a sword, your first thought really should be, how's this going to reflect on my future background check to my employer? But, you know, you never have that thought.
Yeah, well, this is
Not in the heat of passion.
This is Biden's America, John. So I don't get that choice.
Yeah, that's right. Damn, dude.
Dude, I got shit for that.
Are you still friends with this guy?
You got shit for what?
Yeah, no, I still don't got fine. Yeah, no.
You should get him.
I haven't talked to him in a minute. He was fine. I actually, it's not so much I never talked to him, but he ended up moving out after that. And then,
What's the last time you talked to him?
Probably a year or two ago. But like after the incident, probably like a good 6-10 months, like over like talking over Snapchat. Like we like yeah.
You gotta squash the beef though.
You should get him a friendship necklace. You know, where it's like half a heart and you have the other half. That'd be the perfect thing.
It sounds gay.
Yeah. It is gay.
That's the point.
Yeah, you should have gay sex with him. There we go, number 2.
Oh,
no,
shit, he's
Edward
finished.
40 Hands is complete. And
Luke, take another photo.
wow, hour 10, shorter than the actual movie.
Luke, take a follow-up photo. Damn it.
Here, I'll do it. My hands aren't full.
Say
I'm not a filthy degenerate like you guys. Here,
See, degenerate. That's what you gotta start saying, Luke.
How far are we in?
We're an hour in.
All
right.
You guys ready to talk about the Federal Reserve?
Yeah. What do you want to know about the
baby,
Fed?
that's why I.
Can I go take a pee real quick?
Yeah. We'll
Here,
let's break for a little half a second.
Yep.
You can clear off that. Hey, man.
Break for piss.
Good work.
No, dude, no.
Well
Excellent.
done. You go through there, and then you go through the door on the left. And don't look at anything. It's my room.
I have a lot of cartoon pornography in there.
It's none of your business.
Yeah.
I heard this one story. This was like. It was this guy talking about how like as a kid he like look at porn, but for whatever reason like he would just like print out photos of it and then just like put, like and then put it in a binder.
That's funny, dude.
A porn binder?
Yeah, then his mom found it. So,
Of like regular porn?
well, it's just like
From the internet or something?
Yeah, just shit from the internet that he printed out. It's not like
Yeah.
but it was like that. He's like, it was like, well, why do you just?
Honestly, I think video porn, especially on the internet, I think it's ruining our society. You know what I mean?
Wait.
Hey, do you want some of this, Doug?
No, there's only.
Here you go.
I can hold
That's
it now.
nicotine.
It's not nicotine. But it is.
It is.
It is.
It is.
It isn't. It is. It isn't.
But like, because like jerking off to a photo versus a video, I think is different,
Dude.
And I think it's killing us.
Just wait, bud. Just wait.
For the AI VR shit. Oh yeah, I'm not even gonna get on that.
Dude, AI, VR, dude, that is just going to take over and is going to be...
Yeah. Dude, we got to become Amish. That's going to be the new thing.
Dude, I've been following this guy who goes to Amish country and then lies to them about what's happening in the world, and it's so funny, man.
That's great. What do
Yeah.
you tell him?
Oh, he'll just be like, he'll be like, did you guys see the UFO that landed in New Mexico? Like landed and like it's talking to people and like we're communicating with it and everything. It's pretty crazy, man. You guys, you don't get news out here? What? Oh my god, yeah, it's crazy.
And they're like,
Yeah, and they're shook, dude.
Jedediah!
Sometimes they won't get it and they'll be shook.
Yeah.
Most of the time they get it and they start laughing at him.
They know
and
it's a joke.
they'll be like nobody else has told us about that. So, but sometimes they'll be like, what?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Did you guys hear Christ came back?
Yeah,
I feel like you guys would have heard.
You guys missed it. You missed Jesus.
Did you guys see the UFO in the hood?
Oh yeah.
Oh
Yesterday.
yeah, that video. That's not a street light right there.
Dude,
That's a UFO for real.
dude. And I saw some big influencers reposting it, sharing the exact same headline on Twitter, because they all do that. I don't know if you guys have noticed.
Oh no, they do it on everything. Like
Like once a video reaches 1 million views, it gets reposted by almost automatically by all these other accounts.
Yeah, just like bot accounts.
Yeah,
and shit.
and they just it's big accounts that don't I wouldn't expect an account attached to a person who is well known, like a public figure, where they're supposed to be reporting news, and then they automatically just repost whatever's viral on Twitter. So an Alex Jones or a Benny Johnson. I mean, I don't know if Alex reposted it, but a lot of people were reposting with the exact same headline. And it was multiple reports from, Los Angeles, California of a UFO. Here's the video.
Yeah.
And they all reposted the same thing, and it made it seem, and it's you didn't just look at it.
Yeah.
It's clearly a street lamp. And they're freaking out, dude.
Do you think a lot of those people, it's like a person running an AI running a Twitter type of deal?
I don't know, man. Because all the it's the left-wing bots and the right-wing bots are tied into this same channel of breaking. That's it, dude. They all go breaking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then whatever their headline is,
Mm-hmm.
and then and it's whatever spin they want, it's all within this same, they always repost the same thing.
Dude, imagine being an alien and you travel millions of light years and then you land in Compton. You land in the middle of the hood.
You're in Watts.
You're like, what the fuck is going on this
That ain't no
planet?
street lamp.
We saw these towers here, and we thought it was, a signal to us. And apparently, I'm asked to crip walk.
They go back and like, yo, Earth is wild, dog. Don't go there. Stay away from Earth. You gotta stay away from Earth, dog.
What is going on Earth?
What's going on Earth?
Medea leaves Earth.
Yeah.
Got him.
TM Colin Shoemaker.
Stolen, bro.
Oh, dude, I got it on. I tweeted it already.
You did, yeah.
You're gonna be in big trouble soon. I'm gonna put a side by side.
That was John's joke. Yeah.
That's funny.
I also put on one of the videos I put Medea leaves Earth, and then on the other one I put who dat is, or I put what dat is.
Wait, what was the Medea leaves Earth one on?
It was the same thing. I just picked a different person who posted.
Oh, it was the UFO video.
It was the hood UFO.
That's so
the
funny.
street
John, are
light.
you on Twitter?
Yes, I am.
He's gotten much more active on Twitter, and it's quite humorous.
That's been my thing lately.
What do you do
when I have
posting on
a
it?
ridiculous thought,
Here,
I get it on
you
X.
tell me about your Twitter activity, and then I'll tell you about my past with it.
Okay.
It's rather brief.
What'd
Don't
you get
talk
kicked
about
off?
No,
or
one time
something?
I'll tell him. Shut the fuck up.
Don't tell me you had an Owen
John,
Benjamin.
talk, please.
I just try to be silly. So, for
Yeah.
example,
You're a Gypsy Crusader, aren't you?
For example, I tweeted on June 17th, how can you call it a hate crime? How can you call it a hate crime if I think their race is delicious?
But that's the difference between
Just
me and John. Is John is funny,
Silly shit
and
like
I'm
that.
not.
Yeah.
That's the main issue.
As you can tell from everybody laughing in this room.
When I said your joke.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Here we
Twitter
go.
has banned Colin.
Did you see this one from AB?
I'm not banned on.
Really?
Yeah.
This chick weighed her breasts on a scale, and I commented, not accurate, you gotta cut them off first. 23 pounds, but I mean, that means nothing. It's nothing. What would you send me? So I just try to be silly. It's really nothing. What do you do on Twitter?
I used to do. I had to delete it.
Oh, yeah, dog. Really. You got it, big dog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go on.
Whenever
What
you're
were you
ready.
saying?
No, I was saying. What is this?
Now, pretend
It's
I
like
broke your necklace. What would you do
Yeah,
with that?
yeah. It's like a Looney Tunes gun.
Point that at me.
It's like a Looney Tunes gun.
Yeah.
Like shoot it. Yeah,
Oh,
shoot it.
This is amazing. This is amazing. Get a picture with me and Luke holding
No,
this.
do
He
not
hate
give
it.
Liam
Yeah.
He hate it. He would hate it. He would
Do
hate
not
the photo.
give Liam that.
Get away from him, bro.
There we go. Get your
Yeah, look at this.
Oh my god, I don't want to be anywhere near Liam with
Dude,
that,
try this. So I gave this to Ryan Leader. He's He was not down for this, dude. He grabbed our SD card out of the camera.
Oh my god.
He grabbed the SD card out of the camera. When I gave it to Chuck, he screamed the N-word.
Yeah, he came when he saw it.
Oh my god, dude.
So I'm gonna give this to a pedophile. That's how we're gonna end the episode. I'm gonna be like, it's like a Looney Tunes gun. You want to shoot it at me?
I'd say like if you just point this, it's like,
Dude, where'd you get that?
I won't call the police, but you have to say whatever is on the phone.
Yeah. Gypsy Crusader 1776 at gmail.com. All you have to do is this isn't even a plug for him. I literally saw him doing this and I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna try and prank people with it. It was $40, but well worth it for the gag. Yeah. In my opinion.
And you have to say it in the email, but not in the Venmo.
Oh yeah. You gotta say it in the email. You gotta tell him what you want. You want that.
Yeah.
And then he goes, but don't put the word gun or the word in the Venmo or the PayPal when you send it. Say it's for whatever reels. So. Yeah. You can't say gun on
Venmo.
PayPal.
That makes sense.
Yeah, PayPal or Venmo.
Can you say the other word?
No.
Well, that's kind of weird.
No, because I tried to send you money for KK.
Yeah.
Killing, and it wouldn't let me send it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
You can't send money for murder for murder of a slur.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, here's that money for the hate crime I wanted you to commit.
Yeah. So now I just send it to you for stupid shit.
Yeah. God's glory. That's what I put now.
I just put H every Venmo transaction, letter H. Go on my Venmo right now, Luke. If Luke, I don't think he wants to double check, but all H.
Yeah,
nice.
Just letter H capital.
Let's hear your Twitter.
He was right back. I was like, oh man,
you're about to go viral on Twitter, dude. I
know.
We gotta start posting the clips of people pulling this gun, dude.
Yeah.
We gotta find an elaborate way to get Ryan again.
Yeah, this Twitter was just started off years ago. Me just doing shit. I think my best tweet was like the second tweet I did, which was, "Fuck birthday, fuck up birthday sex. This is because you just didn't want to buy me a gift and just want to have sex with me instead as like equal. That's bullshit. Yeah. This day's special, really. Like you know, you don't give me legal. So that actually I think I got at least definitely over 500 like reposts. I don't really remember because of how long ago it was.
That's a good one though. I like that. Yeah.
Well, it's a good like little mini. I was say like I still knew the scale back then. It definitely wasn't crazy. But
have you done that on stage before?
No,
that's a good premise for a joke.
That's how bad things got later on. That I don't even mention stuff from like the beginning.
Sure.
Of it.
Yeah. Okay. So then what happened?
So it very quickly became shit posting, But then at the same time, I drink a lot.
Yeah.
And so because of that, I would also just either post political ramblings, very vague, sometimes a little long. Yeah. But definitely definitely rather kind of a more serious tone. Yeah. On certain things, and stuff.
Right.
And then at the same time, I think my favorite one. This was the one my friends actually stepped in for. They'd be like, "Yo, what is this?" Because I told 4 of my friends hey, follow me, and they all did. Yeah. And because they barely use Twitter either, so they would check it for me, or if I told them to check it, I posted one. It was this it was me on my way to get reparation payments, and then it was Al Johnson in blackface.
Al Jolson.
Yeah.
Jolson.
The jazz singer.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's really funny.
Exactly. I was like, this is
That's genius, man.
This is brilliant. I think this is
Did you get in trouble or what happened?
No, it's not that you got in trouble. My friends are like, yo, joke, that joke isn't cool. I'm like, but wait, you get the joke though. The joke is that I'm an idiot. I'm trying to do
joke is I get to do blackface.
Yeah,
well, that's not
those are your college friends, probably, right?
No, these are the friends I went to high school with.
I know.
I've known for years. They knew me.
You didn't take it down, did you? Because that's really funny.
Look, it's because they borderline pushed me to do
it.
Not to say bully, but I was more just to be fine, okay.
You succumbed to the woke agenda.
I knew it was ballsy what I did, so it's just
I would repost it if I was you, because that's funny.
If I know there's people who know about it and don't like it, those are people who can screenshot it later on.
Oh, because you're still trying to get a job.
Not trying. No, even that.
You're trying to get on health insurance.
This is 3 years
before you turn 26.
Well, so this this is 3
I got you loud and clear. I'm
This
gonna steal
happened
it.
years ago.
No, don't repost it. It's mine now. I'm taking it.
You want to take that big?
That's gonna be on my
Go ahead,
Twitter.
I bet no.
As soon as, like tomorrow morning, it's gonna be on my Twitter.
I will never argue that you stole that joke from me.
Hell yeah.
I will never argue.
That's not
Thanks,
true.
Bidog.
dude. He's gonna tell you that.
That's a good one.
It is a good
What's
one.
the funniest thing you ever said on Twitter? You got some bangers.
No, I just said,
You just did one?
actually burn in hell, faggot. That's what I said to Lindsey Graham when he
Oh,
said,
yeah.
let's say a prayer for Israel.
Yeah, actually, yes. Yes.
I said, actually burn in hell, faggot.
Amen.
And
That's what I
I got
said.
your post will be limited.
That's
And
why
no way.
That's when I got off of like Twitter. I'm like, okay, like the part of the thrill was like reading a comment like that is
Yeah.
like the thought they would read it. So if I'm
Yeah.
getting gate kept automatically, and
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, okay, like yeah, this stuff is just like
Yeah, exactly.
Like, who cares? Yeah, like, I don't-
Exactly. Who gives a fuck? And if
The thrill
and if,
goes
he, yeah,
away.
if he were to see it, it's like
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Good, because he should feel that.
Yeah.
He should feel what it feels to have someone say that to him.
Right.
And then also, same thing with this. Amy Klobuchar posted some videos. Some single mother, she counts that SNAP helps her put food on the table, and she's like 400 pounds. And I said, dude, Amy Klobuchar, she's got a good sense of humor posting this, knowing we'd all laugh at this fat lady. Like, that's funny, man. She's got a great sense of humor to
Yeah,
have some woman begging for fucking food stamps,
Yeah.
and she's 400 pounds. She
Yeah.
knew that.
Or she
and
has some,
that's funny.
21-year-old interns or something.
And they have a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yep. Yeah, I just keep on telling Lindsey Graham that he's gay and everyone knows it.
Yeah.
That's my big, that's pretty much it.
Dude, the you have been limited thing is, or this will be limited. That's kind of crazy.
Well, so I'll
Yeah.
tell you the one post that actually got me suspended. That's the funny thing. I only deleted my Twitter. I had never gotten banned, anything like that. I had
Yeah.
like comments I've like pulled off or whatever. But the one thing that actually got me suspended for 3 days, and this is funny. So, wrote this one tweet one time. It was I would, I'd like to kill Elon Musk, but I know that being from South Africa and living in California is punishment enough.
Mm-hmm.
End of it. That was fine for a good 4 or 5 months.
Yeah.
And then just in that 4 or 5 month period, I got much. Well, that's the thing about Twitter. You'll try to limit yourself much to only posting, but then as you start writing more, checking more, you start to comment more on shit. Your feed develops,
Yes.
And so by then I had said some pretty heinous shit. Well, like specifically, I low key, I low key bullied this Christian like this Protestant motherfucker, like a fair bit. I even got him to respond to me. When someone responds to you, do that rush, dude.
Yeah.
I got him going for no. He was a bitch, dude. He's fucking weird. But like he was also like he actually had followers that like respond like barely like I had people who like followed me, but I don't think I'd wrapped up like 26, 34 in like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like barely anybody. But he actually had like I think double that, which is still like sad for how much he posted. But no, dude, like actually like we're just doing this pointless infighting. Like it's like the two lamest people in school fighting each other.
Yeah.
Like who like, what's going on here?
It's fun to watch, though.
No,
Yeah.
I bullied him though, but I think because of him and loads of other people. Someone went through my feed and then found a post they knew the algorithm would like lock onto because of how little views my account got. Like especially the older stuff. It doesn't really come through the older stuff that much.
Yeah.
Well, it can scan through the new much better, but not the older stuff. So it finds that Elon tweet, and I know Elon kill. I think this might have been before Elon even bought Twitter.
Yeah.
It just combined those two in. I'm just like checking my phone like one day at the bar, and I'm just like, wait a minute, like I'm suspended from Twitter. Like I haven't used that thing in like a few weeks.
Holy shit.
And then I just see like, oh, you have been suspended because of this post. Because I look and it's like a 2-year post or whatever.
Yeah.
They just no, it was nuts. But yeah, no, I realized I'm like, well, that was I was starting to say some pretty bad shit. I started feeling bad. That's the thing. Call us this funny shit. I'm like, I feel bad. This is
why?
This is that. Well, yeah, because I feel back like that is not funny. That
Well,
is,
you just got
you know
out
what I
of
mean? Like,
college,
it's not even funny,
right?
No,
Didn't you just finish college?
Yeah, no, it's because I was drinking when I wrote it. That's my issue. Or I was like in a very bad mood. Like that's what I'm saying. It was more just like this is not like this is not a crafted statement.
I was manic when I wrote this.
I wouldn't say that. Where
That's what I'm going to say when Lindsey Graham has a gun to my head.
Yeah.
I was manic when I wrote that.
Yeah. Also, I'm gay.
I'm gay.
I'm trans and gay. So go ahead and shoot me. I'm trans. Go ahead, pull the trigger. I'm trans. You're about to kill a trans man. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
I'm begging you.
Yeah, please kill me. I wish I was. I'd do it myself if I had any courage at all. Go ahead. I'm trans.
Bang.
Yeah.
I'm killing two birds with one stone with the agenda here on this one.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, but I deleted the Twitter. It's gone now.
You're good now.
You
on
deleted
Twitter.
it. Dog, you got to get back on it. You're
No,
funny.
why? It had
Come on, man.
Dude, that's the problem. That's why I also got off Twitter is I just hated going through the feed.
Yeah.
I actually had a decent, like not great,
And
but
it is
decent
addictive.
feed.
And there's tits on it and shit. You know what I'm saying?
It is crazy.
What does that mean nowadays? I mean, I will say, like, you can get tits anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
You can
It's
get
lost
tits
its
anywhere,
appeal.
but that's one of the
You
places.
know what I remember? I liked as a
Leave
kid, you could go on the
desensitized
internet
to
on the
tits.
Nintendo DS. 3DS at least.
PSP.
Yeah, PSP. Hey, go
PSP,
online
baby.
and look at pornography. That was revolutionary.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
nuts.
The Porn Station Portable, that's what I called
Yeah.
the PSP,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
You could connect to the internet and download pictures of boobs. I want photos of boobs.
You want that? That went that far. I just went to a browser. At least I didn't.
Oh, no, because at my dad's house we didn't have internet. So I had to have them. I had to have them.
Yeah. Dude, when I got married is around the same time I got the first smartphone I ever had, because that was like pretty close to after they came out or after they were like, everyone had one.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife had no chance. I was just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was the first time I was like, oh, video porn in the bathroom. Interesting. Oh, that's interesting.
Actually,
Wow.
you guys want to hear something funny? No, Luke's gonna love this. It's gonna be like the Dinkerball thing. So,
Yeah.
when I was in like middle school, or whatever and stuff, basically because so middle school, like where I went to school, they would give you like a laptop to take home, and you do your assignment stuff and like and so, but they always had like filters on that. You can't search up certain things. But the thing is it's the internet. These filters are made by like some companies or whatever. Like they're not getting everything the first thing. You can still add stuff to block when you learn about it. But like these are administrators, they don't know that shit.
Yeah.
So it was always a really good thing to see like how quickly it would be to like search up pornography on the school like get past the filters.
Yeah.
Like just like doing that.
We had Net Nanny on our. I went to cyber school, so it was just a laptop with Net Nanny on it, and I remember the big breakthrough was when we got on tittypalace.com. So I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
so you're
yeah,
trying,
like that.
so,
It was like
you're at the
that.
school. So you're at the school, and you're trying to get past
Not at the school. I'm
your
like,
version of Net
well, no,
Nanny.
because it's a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
I take it home with me.
Yeah.
The
school gave you a laptop?
Yeah, I have to take home with you. Like, well, you were still on the line for all of it.
Yeah.
It was a horrible anxiety for me because it was we got MacBook Airs. No, not MacBook Airs. No, what did we get?
MacBook Pros, I think.
Yeah, I forget.
Is it just
Well, they were like
tittypalace.com?
secondhand. They were secondhand that they could. We're in Park City, so like it was actually kind of nice or whatever. I guess. I mean, they really didn't do anything else, and so like, and all you could do on it was school shit.
Yeah.
So it was kind of just a heavier laptop to carry around that if it broke, it would cost you and your parents much more money.
But you were able to get through and get onto...
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. If you went on vacation somewhere and you knew you weren't going to have Wi-Fi or like the best or like you didn't have your... Like this is before... I didn't really have a smartphone back then.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, like I would have to fucking like... If we went somewhere like, I could still connect to a Wi-Fi source, I'm like... Because I couldn't take like the laptop I had at home. So no PC, no filters on that. I can just type in titties. I don't need to go to Titty Palace. Yeah. No, I don't even. I know.
Yeah. I'm on boobs.com, bro.
Yeah.
I'm in there. I'm in the mainframe.
I'm watching.
I'm on boobs.com. I'm in the mainframe, dude. They can't stop me.
BEWS. BS.
Just be
someone
like
needs
trying
to
to figure
bring-
out how to
yeah.
get in. No, that was what you had to do.
Yeah.
That and the 3DS.
Someone really ought to
3DS
bring
is-
back
yeah.
tittypalace.com. Honestly, like with
Oh yeah,
what...
you tried to go to it.
Yeah, just now, and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But, like, nowadays, that would almost be, like, kind of wholesome in a way. It's just pictures of titties, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Compared to, like, what everybody's gooning to now, that would be like,
Gooning
well, I'm
to.
going to go back to church
It's like
and
Renaissance art.
I'm going to
It's
go
like
on
Renaissance art.
tittypalace.com.
Yeah.
I'm making some changes. I'm going to start working out.
We should just buy John like a picture of just like art from like the
Yeah.
the 1500s
Dude,
to like
we need somebody.
the 1900s that's all boobs and you'd be set. You would be
Yo.
set.
Sagar or anyone who knows the internet or is genetically predisposed
Yeah.
to like being good at the internet, bring back tittypalace.com, dude.
Dude,
So
that's
much it
hilarious.
costs to get that domain or whatever.
It's probably
I am
It's
done
definitely gone
watching
by
Marge
now.
Simpson with Mo Sislak.
Yeah, in the butt.
Yeah, I am.
Moses Slack anal 34 corn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm done with that. I am going
Yeah.
back to boobs.com.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna really try for that promotion.
Yeah, I'm going
this
to
month.
I'm going to sweettits.org.
Back to a more wheulsome time. A time of
that's great.
a simpler time. You know?
Yeah, in all our lives.
Yeah. Whew. So if someone could do that, I would really appreciate it.
For the love of God.
I'm sick of looking up fucking Naruto Rule 34 manga.
Yeah, hentai with
John,
penises.
there's
On
sites on
Reddit.
the internet that you can that also have what you're talking about.
I'm
Just
tired
pictures
of
of
that.
boobs. You don't have to go to Naruto.
I've seen that too.
Pornography.
Honestly, like just watching a video of a man having sex with a woman, that's disgusting
You
to me now. I need a storyline involving characters that I know and love. From Everybody Loves Raymond, or from or like from the Goofy movie. Ever seen that one? You've seen that one.
I've seen the Goofy movie.
Yeah, the Flintstones, right? Yeah, Barney Rubble and Mrs. Flintstone, like
Yeah.
fucking behind the dinosaur.
Invader Zim.
Yeah, that shit, dude.
Yeah, you need an emotional connection.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and I need it to be like colorful and action packed.
Steven Universe.
Yeah. And I like the still images too. Like I was saying earlier, it ignites my imagination, and that in turn makes me very aroused. If you know what I mean. I'm talking about my erection.
with Barney Rubble.
Yeah, that gets me to a full 3.5 inches, and then I'll come soon after.
So what's new with you guys?
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. So what have you guys been up
I really
to?
hope I'm in frame while I said all that.
I think you are.
I might have a boxing match coming up in September.
Okay. What do you? Yeah. Who are you fighting? What's this?
Don't know yet. It's just figuring out. It's about 2 months out from now, so like we haven't.
What do you make doing one of those?
This is for like a charity thing. I'm an amateur. I don't make any money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are raising money for like a like
Oh,
what?
for the specific Parkinson's, I forget the number it made last year. I just know the coach the person that's doing it was my coach when I like first really got into it
Wow.
and stuff like years
And
ago.
it was a benefit for Parkinson's.
Yeah, well, it was just like a it was like a fight. Well, so
I
they
know,
they
right?
held an actual amateur
Dude, that's
fight.
hilarious.
Well, no,
Let's have the younger ones fight and develop Parkinson's as a charity event. As a charity event for it. I
Let's
mean,
get
dude,
some pre-Parkinson's.
that's the crazy-
well, the
fucking
thing is
idea.
that so my coach is at her gym. She actually does like teach. Like a part of her class, it's boxing and Parkinson's for people with that.
Yeah.
As a way, well, no, because it
Well,
helps.
people
It
in the
helps.
later
It's more just like
stages, yeah.
the training and drill. You're not.
Yeah.
They're not fighting.
It's some
fighting.
stage
Yeah,
four.
I
So
want 'em
that's the
fighting.
thing.
Yeah, you got
it's
stage
just
fours in the
raising money.
bleachers
Yeah,
and
I
stage
know.
ones in the fucking ring, dude. That's what that is.
and the other stage is the coach.
Yeah.
You know, the coach
Yeah.
is there just like.
Oh, the coach is cooked. You know he's cooked.
Coach is like, where are we at?
Yeah, dog. So you're obviously not worried about that. Anyone who boxes, I
No.
guess, is just not worried about
Well,
that.
so,
or-
okay. So the big thing is how much you commit to it.
Yeah.
So if you actually go like, especially if you're, so some people make it, some people don't. Even if you don't make it, the amount of time you spend in the amateurs and who you're going, like, yeah, you could definitely develop,
Yeah.
I'd say lower on the end of issues, but you can still get loads of other injuries. Seriously.
But have
Right.
you seen other boxers or like UFC fighters after 10 years?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm
And
saying.
heard interviews with them?
Hey,
That's 10 years of like official high level. I'm talking about here at the
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
other 99%. You know.
Yeah, but
But you can get CTE from like getting fucked too hard.
No, CTE is
Yeah, you
sustained.
can get a CTE from a jet ski.
I did not.
have
Yeah.
you
Like-
seen
No, CTE
like
it-
a boxer after 15
No, no.
years when they start slurring their words and they don't know where
Yeah.
and they're just like you
You
fight.
get
like,
that shit from sparring, man.
dude.
No, well, so that's the big thing is that the mentality in sparring was to go that hard. So basically, when you get knocked out, that's a concussion.
Yeah.
And then like I wouldn't say like you can still get a concussion, not get knocked out, but you got to get really properly rocked. But even then, like nowadays, the sparring is like you don't even go that hard to begin with, and all coaches you have to get a license, and part of that is like if someone has a concussion, they're out. It's game over. Like especially
Right.
especially I gotta say has woken up about that. So I've actually never gotten a concussion.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't believe
I
that.
don't believe that for a second.
Honestly, it might
no,
be
it's
so
good.
good.
If you can say, if you can,
No, that's what I'm saying,
if
that's
you
what I'm
can
saying, no.
string that together without stuttering once, I might buy it, but I don't believe you, dude. No, way.
No, genuinely, like in a sporting context.
No way. In a
Boxing.
sporting context, no.
Well, also in like boxing is like all the times I've ever sparred, been around coaches who like were definitely good enough to know if I've been concussed
Yeah.
or not. And the two fights
Dude,
I've
if you're
had.
hitting the head very hard.
That,
dude.
that was the caveat I wasn't gonna add because it would have made my argument sound that well.
Yeah.
So I left
Yeah.
it out, but I'm also a total retard. So I've definitely
No,
just
you've
been an
been-
idiot and just gotten hit in the head and like
Yeah.
in like
Yeah.
accidents or something. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like definitely one.
Liam, I
Definitely
was
one
also-
So they don't
No.
give you the concussion, but maybe you get those because we're learning the micro concussions, right?
Sure, yeah.
Imagine how many of those you had.
Yeah.
I was at
much,
that-
a much
that's-
smaller
that's
thing
kinda
where
what
it's
I'm-
like, whoa.
That's what I'm
Right.
kind of saying more in the sense of not that I had like a concussion level thing, but yeah, like
Enough over time, it definitely does
I
something.
definitely hit my head on plenty of refrigerator doors.
I will also say
Yeah,
I was
I'll
at
put that up
Liam's
on that.
last fight, and you got hit in the fucking head a few times.
I got 2 8 counts.
You got the guy.
Yeah, yeah.
In the second round, I
You
will
won the
say.
fight.
No, he
no,
lost the
I
fight.
lost some points. Yeah.
But he got him in the second round. But in the first and third round, you got kind of.
Yeah, no, I kept going.
Teed
Though,
up.
right? I kept going there, right?
The guy was also 6'7".
yeah, no,
so
he was
like he
huge.
towered
There's no weight.
over
Wait,
Liam.
what was the weight class?
Oh, that's
not,
okay. That's great. So I was so I was at 190. I was really at that. I'm like, I thought 190 is like because I had signed up last minute, so the time to pick out opponents had gone. Like whoever's in that weight class, and has the same record, you got like if you want to fight or not, that's what you got to take. So they matched me with this guy. And I just knew he was tall, but again, I never knew how tall. And then I get in the ring. That's when I first actually saw the guy. I'm like,
Wow. Like
much was
Quran
he?
getting married.
so he was supposed to drop down to 195.
He was 215.
When I saw that was no. Officially, he not. Too, I mean, no. He was lanky as shit, dude. He was lanky as shit.
No, this guy was huge.
Yeah, but lanky. Yeah, but he's still lanky as hell. Though. Yeah,
shout
he
out
was.
Tyler
Alright.
Bothorpe again when we were sitting
Yeah, that
there
guy's lanky.
waiting for Liam's name got called, and then the other guy walked up to the ring. Tyler was like, he's fucking done. He was like, this is not looking good, dude.
I will say
He's
that
like,
it
this is
was
not
very
looking
funny.
good.
He was
Did he do
huge.
that move to you? That's
Well,
what I would do. I'd give
I
you
will
one of
say
these.
he got a bloody nose before I did. I gave him bloody nose in the second round. I got mine in the third round. Like
Yeah.
he should have done much better against me for how big he was.
Yeah.
But like yes, I just had to go in and I got fucking.
Who are you gonna box?
Rocked.
You were gonna box someone at a party.
Oh yeah, it was Dennis's
John,
party.
he was going to box John
Yeah, so, okay,
after
so-
surgery.
That was a surgery. He had gone to the hospital.
Oh, you're like hospital.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
If you were sedated, I'd box you for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no question.
Ben told you his idea, right?
What was it now? On the show?
No, it was outside standby.
Uh-huh.
It was kind of like a joke that he's like, I want to do a thing where like, they say like how whenever had a wild animal on a stage, that it was like a tiger, they sedate it, you know.
Oh yeah.
To like, you know, like someone would freak out on stage, but they still do shit with it or whatever. But it's like it's doped up. Yeah, no. So Ben wants to do that, but then it's me interviewing like the tiger, whatever large animal we've sedated. But I'm also on the same shit they're on too. So not like the exact same amount, but like an equivalent dose. And then I just the way Ben tells it fucking kills me. And
That's great.
I'm like, I'm game for that. I am game for that.
Hey guys, breakfast the champions today. I'm taking tiger base.
He's already he already did it. Yeah. He got so fucked up he forgot. He starts recording. He's like, shit, guys.
We should have sedated the tiger first.
Yeah. I'm fucked up, guys.
You think you're the tiger?
No, I
like Frosted Flakes, they're great. They're
But yeah, no. So it was at one of Dennis's parties. I'm just hanging out there, you know.
Hammered.
Oh yeah. I'm drunk. Yeah, I'm drunk. And,
Yes, sir. I've been drinking.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, Your Honor.
definitely drunk enough to be able to get stuff. Definitely not drunk enough to like, you know, fight. I'll put it this way. So I'm like, you know, John's there and he was there. I had not known he had been in the hospital. So he's just chill. I mean, obviously, because I was so drunk, I like looking back on it. The signs were there. Like I never saw John standing. He was just
Oh,
like,
dude,
he was just
yeah.
laying out vegged on the couch, like his. I just how he looked. So he was like, yeah, like definitely not in the physical condition to like.
You wanted to fight me that night?
Boxing, yeah.
Damn, that was just bad timing. Any other night?
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe
That's what I was
Now would
saying.
be perfect.
I'd do it now, yeah.
Well, the thing is, he just said yes, and my drunk ass just like not really knows. So I was like, oh yeah, that's fine. So I get shit. I kind of mentioned to people that are there. They come back. I have the gloves with me.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yo, you can't fight John Dan. And they're like, why? It's like he was in the hospital.
I probably
And I'm
would
like,
have honestly, I would have that night just to prove that I was fine because I was trying
So
to
desperate for
I was
everyone
trying to
to think-
convince the fucking ambulance not to take me away. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They forced me in there and then they charged me $2,000.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That's fucked.
Thanks a lot, Joe
bullshit.
Biden or whatever.
You refused service.
I refused service and they gave me service, and boy did they.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were all up in my ass that night. That's crazy. But that'd be fun. Maybe I could like train to fight you. That could be like a fun thing to do or something. I don't know.
That could happen. But so I end up after that's disengaged. Then I don't know his name. He has like long hair. He wears this one like black shirt with like a metal band on it. It's this guy chopping off this other guy's head. He's like in medieval outfits or whatever.
Okay.
I've seen him around like the mics a couple times in like a couple of places. He doesn't really come around too much anymore.
Okay.
He was at Dennis's party though.
Oh.
And he's just like, you know, like I'm like, you want to go? Because I'm just now challenging other people to go after John's
Yeah.
That's the level I'm at.
Yeah.
And he's like,
You're like, I thought I was fighting. I'm ready to fight.
yeah. Well, so he's like, how much do you weigh? And I think at the time I think I'm 180, 185. And this guy was definitely like 6'2", because he said he was 6'2", and I think he said he was like 240. No, not that big, but he was definitely a lot taller, but definitely heavier enough to be like slower ish. That and like he was drunk too. So he's like, I'll help him around, you know. But I don't really know much outside of that because of it. Like as soon as I'm like, okay, cool. Because normally I talk to the guy right before he was like it was just cheap and chill. But no, Dennis is just like before that. He's like, hey, can you maybe not fight in my backyard?
Yeah.
Bro, and I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
So-
He
Yes.
gave you the.
It's his house. Yeah, I'm not gonna argue.
Chuck, well, Chuck got the other talk. Did you hear about Chuck's talk?
No, it's Chuck's
Stop
talk.
pulling out your fucking cock at my house. That's what Dennis said to him. And then Chuck did it again. So
He was
Dennis had
banned.
to ban him from his house.
Like
Yeah.
Justin 5K, he was banned from the
No,
house.
no, he wasn't even banned.
Oh.
No. That was not.
That
I
was-
was there for that.
That was crazy. That was crazy. That was a crazy night.
That was insane, dude. Like,
Justin, and then that lady throwing the
the
boots.
the boots.
just yeeted them at
Yeah.
De Leon. I was like, holy shit, what the
Yeah.
fuck? She almost hit me because I was like the closest to the crash on that. I'm just like, holy shit, what is
Wow.
this?
Yeah.
I haven't
And-
seen Justin 5K since.
Apparently,
Neither
he
have I.
watches the show. That's what I heard from.
Oh
Somebody.
yeah,
Howdy,
Yeah.
Justin.
So he might be watching now.
and that was such a but yeah, because De Leon just like told him he couldn't be in there.
Yeah.
Well, I think
Because De Leon doesn't. Black
I'm
people
like
don't understand
well,
autism. They don't put up with
yeah.
that
Well,
shit.
no,
Yeah.
Don't come
because
at
I
me
was
with
there
that
when
shit.
Or like,
that was a crazy thing.
awkwardness.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just like
Shit, dog.
yeah.
Well, no, so that was the funny thing. So I didn't know any about that either when I was there, but I was in the living room. Dylan just was talking about like, because someone asked him like, oh hey, because you live here, are there any people you don't tell to invite or something like that? It came up, and he's like, I don't really care, but like I said like don't invite 5K, and he just basically said 5K to like dodged him like on at least 3 separate occasions. Like Dylan went up to him after Mike and like went to go shake his hands like, hey, nice seeing you, like good job, whatever. Well, that's the thing. It's just a 5K exactly, yeah. But to Dylan, on the last, then he's like, okay, what's going on? So he actually goes up to the guy, goes up to Justin. And he's like, hey, did I do anything to offend you or anything? I don't want like any people. I'm just trying to because he would shake everyone's hand but De Leon's. It was pretty pretty clear. This is the emphasis De Leon's putting on it. It's like 10%.
Yeah.
This definitely got to De Leon a lot. And so he was like. And he's like, I'll never fight anybody, but like if I don't like you like properly, like you're dead to me, And so he just told Justin like don't invite 5K, or whatever. And then we're just hanging out, and then literally not a bit later, RJ knocks on the door, and guess who's trying to tailgate with him? Fucking 5K, of all people, like not even 10 minutes.
De Leon said once, sometimes you gotta have people's funeral without them knowing. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Dead to him.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's like, you're dead to me, dead to me.
Shit.
But not even after that, Justin tries to come back in. So he goes out. Someone else comes up and is like, hey, Dylan does not want you here. You just go basically.
That was me.
Oh yeah. You
I really wanted some cake. I was really looking forward to
that was
cake.
cake. Yeah.
Is that what he said?
Probably.
And I said, listen, if you go in here, De Leon's probably going to tell you to leave.
Yeah.
I just talked to him, and he said that he's going to tell you to leave. So if you go in here, he is going to probably, most likely, that's what I would expect. And he goes, oh, okay. And I go, all right, well, I'm going in. And then he followed me.
Yeah.
And RJ was in front of us. And
oh, okay.
yeah.
I mean,
and then he walks in, and as soon as he walks in, I look at De Leon and I go,
No. Well,
here it is, bud.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it or not?
You should have given him one of these or whatever,
Yeah.
he went outside with Justin because I don't think I ever heard what he said to him. I think they went outside. So because
they had words.
They had words together. Yeah. No, he talked. He talked about and talked to him, but like I only ever saw them going.
Yeah.
It probably was because he was black, but not for racist reasons. Probably for like autistic reasons. Like you can't go white, black, or something crazy like that.
Yeah,
that was probably the actual reason.
Because then there was that broad with the boots.
And then what was that? How did that start?
Okay, so basically, it's kind of similar to the Justin situation. De Leon's also talking about like no one's taking off their shoes, and that's kind of his one thing for us, which like I get I know people like that. I'm kind of I wish I was like that to myself in my own fucking place because I'm cleaning up shit, but and so he was telling everyone to do that, and then this one girl comes in, and I did not know her costume at the time, but a part of it just included like big boots, like a lot of laces or whatever stuff. So that would suck to take off or whatever, especially if it's a costume thing or whatever. But it's De Leon, so who cares? So De Leon had told her on multiple occasions to just take off the boots because she would come or whatever. And
take off your shoes.
Yeah, and then exactly. And so he kept doing that, and then just like we're all just chilling out. She comes back holding the boots, and she's like, "Here's the boots," and then like throws them at like De Leon, not like chucks.
De Leon catches it OBJ style. Sniffs it.
Sniffs the
well,
inside.
definitely like a pretty solid. I'd say more of a solid toss, but like I was like 3 feet.
She almost hit the window. It went over his head.
Was she trying to be funny or something?
No, she was mad as fuck. And she was screaming at him, and she threw it, and he like ducked down.
Because it was like her costume.
Yeah.
Oh, the costume's ruined now.
Because initially when De Leon first said, "I'll take off your boots," she's like, Oh, it's part of my costume. I guess for the full costume, boots, green like cargo pants, and then like a black like kind of long shirt. She had long red hair.
What was she?
I again, and at the time I did not notice until like not even like a few months ago. Actually, that's kind of the funny part. It was Kim Possible.
Now wait. After that, didn't De Leon throw them into the yard?
I believe so.
Yeah, I believe so too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he just like. I'm pretty sure he opened the door and just chucked them outside.
He was probably like, "Thanks,"
and then yeah, and then she came in and she was freaking out trying to find them because they were also like, "You gotta leave! What the fuck?" Everyone was like, "Bitch, you gotta leave!
Yeah.
You can't be doing this!
Yeah.
You gotta get the fuck out of the house!"
I was
communists,
flat.
man.
That is like honestly the craziest shit I've ever seen at like a gathering,
Yeah.
like
That
anywhere.
was
like,
pretty nuts.
Like that was that was.
Well,
just,
other than like the POV of what you've done at certain gatherings.
samurai swords and shit.
okay, well that wasn't a gathering. That was my okay. Well that was good. Okay,
That was one instance.
Using
of
gathering
many.
are liberal.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try to say it.
I know what you mean.
No,
Just
no.
wanted to.
The judge
make
had
fun of
decided
you.
that. The judges decided it's over. John.
The judges.
Yes.
Who's
The
that?
judge, the one judge.
He paid his debt to society
Yeah.
if there were one due.
Right.
Yes.
He went through
man,
his due process.
If I was hiring for anything, I'd hire you, dog. I wouldn't care about your
that's
little
great, dude.
misdemeanor or whatever.
Except truck driver, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, nothing.
Or
nothing
teaching
in-
children
behind the wheel.
anything.
Children.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who hired you to work with kids.
Heavy machineries and no.
Taught him to swim.
And did they do a background check on you?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, well, of course, obviously, like I'm not like on the sex offender registry,
Yeah.
but
Yeah,
so
that's what they're looking. They're like,
they
okay.
obviously came across the misdemeanor assault. They're like, okay, like it's whatever.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
just
in
he gets to
college.
swim.
You
Yeah,
must have
yeah.
gotten a fight in college.
Yeah, they just
Honestly,
didn't even
the VR
ask
people
about
are.
it too. That's the crazy part. They didn't even ask about it too.
Right.
Some places will ask you if you give them a good explanation for it. They'll be like, okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Like, or like you at least can. I guess explanations don't matter, but if they bother to let you in to begin with, then.
Sure.
But yeah, no, this job they're like.
You must
no.
be a great swimmer.
No,
You must be like the best swimmer
I'm not
they've
too
ever
hot, but I
seen.
can teach like small children to do it because that's all, dude. That's a whole different game, dude.
You got to speak their
No,
language.
You can speak their language. You're
How do you
at
teach
their
it?
reading
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
It's like I'm retarded enough to like talk
Yeah,
to
well,
babies,
Yeah, you're like the baby
Yeah.
but
whisperer.
competent enough to be at the level of adults.
What is the key to teaching a child how to swim?
Turn a child into Michael Phelps.
Yeah,
How
what's
do you,
this?
How did you
yeah.
do it?
So,
What's the secret?
so I was trained for an infant class. Luckily, never had to do it because I'm like, oh my god, why would I want to have a baby right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at least you had to teach. Oh, you had to teach mothers all day. You never got to hold a baby, sadly.
Right.
But the mothers, they do little stupid shit. That was terrible. But no, I had to do it like small toddlers. And the big thing is, I learned with these kids was they do not know they can't swim. They'll just hop off the end of like the little bench they're at in the pool and sink like 3 feet. And I'm like, I have to come up and get them. Like you can survive down there. And I have an hour to complete this class.
Yeah.
Your parents are watching me from these like windows right
You
there.
grab them by the scruff of their neck.
Yeah. Like everyone has to do the stupid fucking test.
Wow.
And I got a star, and I tell their parents like, your kid's a great
And
swimmer. Like,
Don't you just teach him? You teach him. Like, yeah.
And I'm like
Your
stop.
kid actually flunked. He's dead now.
Yeah. You're wasting my fucking time.
Yeah.
Like, stop.
Yeah, you just write F on his dead body. You're like you're slowly putting it on too. You're just like
On the death certificate with like a big Sharpie. F. Damn.
But
you're holding another one under too.
There are some kids who want to stop fucking doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
or like, well, it's funny too. If I did one of the more advanced classes, because I'm not the strongest swimmer sometimes. Because I learned that during the training, they at least had to make sure you knew the basic stroke. And they're like, oh, Liv, you're kind of doing this stroke a little wrong, I had like a basic, a fundamental of it down. So I've just barely learning this. I'm like, man, I gotta teach your kid. But this was at like higher, more like they're not gonna save themselves with this. But even then,
You're just teaching them how to not drown, basically.
That's up until they're like 6 or 8.
Yeah.
Like if they're still getting lessons at that point,
I never learned how to float on my back. It's a good thing I never like fell in a ditch or anything. I still can't do it. Isn't that crazy?
In a ditch or in water.
I need you to teach me. Do you think you could teach me how to do it?
I could totally.
You could treat me like a 2-year-old and
you guys should get like an outdoor pool. You guys should get an outdoor pool like Aqua Team Hunger Force.
Oh, shit.
That is what we should do. Yeah. We should fill the backyard with an indoor or an outdoor or above ground shit. Yeah,
inflatable pool.
That'd be great. Wow, dude.
And then we'll get the Sony projector.
Yeah.
With the seat. That's what he has in his house.
Oh that's right. That's a great show.
Yeah.
I watched that show as like a kid. As I was like at the very least like 8 or something, because like it was on Cartoon Network. I just caught it afterwards.
Yeah.
And I'm like, the fuck is this?
Dude, it rules, man.
It's like this.
Aqua Teen Hunger Force is really good. We've been watching Everybody Hates Chris.
I love that
dude,
show.
I forget how funny Chris Rock is sometimes, man.
Yeah,
that
that's
dude's
true.
Fucking funny.
There's a lot of really good jokes.
I love his
in
white
that.
friend at this elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just so funny when he brings them there, and the shit. I don't know. I just really like that was one friend.
Yeah.
Or his teacher.
Yeah, the teacher's great.
The teacher's great.
So
Yeah. The stories are like, they're like funny, and like they I don't know, they let the story be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the story writes the jokes. Like his dad with the Playboy was really funny.
All right.
That was a great one.
And it's especially good to watch because we just got done with Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah.
And it's
Really?
like, give me some black people having family issues.
You
Let's
don't
watch
like the
that.
Mexicans, Italians that much?
No, I love them. It's like my favorite show, but we watched the whole
But
thing.
we need a palate cleanser, because we would watch All in the Family.
Yeah.
You ever seen that? And then we would be like, okay, well, Sanford and Sons are palate cleanser.
Yeah.
Because it's like, okay, we just got the fucking most racist, obscenely racist guy on television.
Yeah. Let's get the guy he's talking about.
Let's get the other side of the story. Is that a crime?
Let's hear his side. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, probably, because they're both going to be, black guys running a junkyard. Where are they getting this stuff? You never show a single episode.
I never thought.
However,
they got a great margin.
However, the main character, son, is in an episode of All in the Family
as
a robber,
as a burglar. Yeah.
as a burglar.
Yeah.
Yes.
A happy household burglar.
Yeah, you can see the rest on blacked.com.
Black or black?
Black.
Blackedraw.com.
Blacked Raw.
Black or black?
Blacked Raw.
Blacked.com.
What makes it raw?
/raw.
Wasn't it just a TV show?
Blacked Raw.
Yeah.
I'll go on there. Is it okay if I have other
believe
people
you.
in the room when I'm looking at it?
No.
No. Is that okay?
No.
Is it
Definitely watch
that?
Sanford and Son.
Is it that woke?
Yes.
Yeah. Black Draw is really woke. It's kind of
Is
hard
that
to
right?
watch.
It's honestly, if Disney started doing it, people would be shocked. People would be going, I thought they were woke before,
Yeah.
but wow.
Yeah. Wow, this new Snow White is crazy.
Yeah. Snow White and the Seven.
Snow White and the Seven.
This must be a terrific
what.
sitcom.
Oh my god.
I can't wait to watch iCarly after that.
Sure.
No.
Okay.
No. That's a totally
Tell us
non-sexual
more about
cartoon.
that.
It's a cartoon. No, it's a.
What is it?
It's a sitcom.
This is a Disney show.
Yeah,
children.
Nickelodeon sitcom. Yeah.
Starring children.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
that's
I'm
it.
saying after yours.
Right.
I'm watching
I gotcha.
iCarly.
Yeah,
That's
dude,
what I'm
a
watching.
Dan Schneider original series.
Dan Schneider is the Chuck
Dan
Lorre
Schneider
of
is the
children.
series.
He's the tween Chuck Lorre. Or
Drake
whatever.
and Josh.
That's right.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy
Yeah.
fucking storylines and jokes.
Nah, dude.
Yeah, I heard all that slime stuff that they do at like the Nickelodeon Choice Awards. It's green purposely so they can just animate it or like green screen it to look like jizz.
That's retarded, Luke. What are you talking about?
Wait, to like watch it on their own
Yeah,
computers
because you know,
at
like
home?
at like the Nickelodeon Choice Awards. Yeah, they
Like Dan Schneider wants the white version
Yeah, he
where
wants
it's
to, like
cum.
the jizz version, where so it's like there's like slime on like Miranda Cosgrove's face.
Oh my
That
fucking
that
God,
might be conspiracy,
dude,
but that's what I heard.
Oh my
That's what I heard.
fucking Christ, dude.
Hey, you know what has
What?
you know what has green
They
screen
kinda make- yeah,
technology?
yeah.
That's
Totally
that's
does.
stupid. What do you
Yeah,
know?
well,
What do you mean?
but also us, DaVinci Resolve, dog.
Oh my god.
Just saying. I'm just saying. I would never do that,
Oh
but I'm
my
just saying
God,
we could
dude,
do it
what?
for free.
I've never heard that.
that is bullshit.
That's wild.
It
man.
has to be fake, dude. If
That
that's
is
real,
bullshit.
if that's
That doesn't make any
if
sense.
that's not the internet just finding perversion where it isn't, then Dan Schneider truly is one of the most disgusting humans
Yeah.
ever.
If
He
that's
is
true,
one-
he should be
I
hung.
think he is. I
Yeah,
saw,
dude, he
did-
really should be hung.
No,
for
Luke
Yeah.
just
that.
makes
The
up or just
documentary
repeats
that they
things on
made?
the internet with that stuff.
about
Fucking-
What?
like they made like HBO I think released a documentary about Dan Schneider.
Sure. Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
how
Was that
he
in
was
it?
a
They never
creepy-
said
Oh, yeah,
anything about
no,
the
yeah.
slime.
They never said anything about him in it either. They just
Oh.
said something about Drake Bell's acting coach that
Yeah,
molested
Everyone-
him.
it's the
and then
internet,
there's
yeah.
like
Right,
three
because
other
there's a lot
guys
of
in it.
internet theories about this guy, right?
No,
That they
no,
don't
it's,
Schneider?
Yeah,
dude. No,
yeah.
yeah. You guys didn't watch the series.
If only
you watch
you
it back
knew-
now. Like, no, it is blatant. No, it's like, oh, I've seen softcore pornography
Yeah.
of Ariana Grande when she sent one of her demo tapes in. Like the
Right.
shit she's doing, like that is
Oh
softcore
yeah,
porn.
no, yeah.
What do you
That
mean?
is as in, like,
Oh, my-
it's 14-year-old Ariana Grande because she was on another Dan Schneider show before she was a big musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it is hers like, oh, want to see me fit my whole fist in my mouth, like just
Yeah.
like doing on this.
That's crazy,
You guys
man.
gotta have to see the shows to get the vibe, but like just like I don't
The
know.
fact
it
that
was-
Dan Schneider made this
Dude, no,
is...
well, as a kid, when I mean, I never saw that as just a demo cape. Like that was leaked later. But even the normal shows, there's some pretty weird shit, especially feet. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff
like
with his
there's
feet.
an episode of iCarly where Carly gets her toe stuck in the fucking faucet of the
Dude,
bathtub.
their toes are in every third
and
episode.
and it's like,
yeah.
oh my god, she's naked and her toes stuck in the bathtub. It's like,
Yeah.
it's like you're a grown man writing this television
Yeah.
show.
Damn,
This is
Mr.
very-
Frank, that's crazy what you wrote. That's,
But no,
this is
it's
disturbing.
terrible. And yeah, no, it is there. But as a kid, you don't notice it. But when I even now I've actually I watched a guy break down every episode over a 6-hour thing because I couldn't sleep years ago.
Uh-huh.
But like no, like fucking.
wow.
Like no, it is obscene.
I saw the 4chan posts about it when it was originally getting exposed.
Yeah.
So I remember that where it was like, okay, this dude is a fucking weirdo, and he's like subjecting kids to this.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a freak.
Yeah, he's a
100%.
weird fucking guy.
Yeah.
I think the thing is nowadays a lot of kids like me who grew up on it are now rewatching it, and some of those people happen to make stuff on the internet or talk about it on the internet.
Yeah.
and they're noticing this. They're like, okay, what is this?
Oh, this is
Yeah.
why I'm gay and trans and obsessed with sex all the time and people's genitals and
no,
shit.
it is across the political and sexual spectrum, my
Yeah.
friend.
Yeah, it is.
Is Dan Schneider a pedophile?
Yeah,
Dan
that is-
Schneider,
that
yeah.
is-
There's a
Yeah,
wait.
yeah,
There,
yeah.
well, how long have we been going? 2 hours.
We're probably at 2. Yeah.
Well, with this, and this is a joke from a comedian that I do not know in Salt Lake City. I don't know who it was, but I think they like stopped doing it or whatever. But the Dan Schneider joke they said was, imagine it being Dan Schneider, and then it's like you get raided by the FBI, and it's like you're just like the luckiest man in the world because you're just like. Yeah, go away. Go ahead. Take all my computers. Take every hard drive I have. Nothing illegal in there, sir. Just a bunch of pictures of children's feet. Not a single crime you'll find. So
Nice.
I was like, that's such a funny joke,
Yeah.
dude. That's crazy.
That's great.
All right,
That's tight.
Okay, well,
that's it.
you guys have been great.
Peace and love.
Thank you.
Please.